The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
This is Bobby Leslie. You're listening to Trash Talking Radio, 7 to 10 every Tuesday night.
Well, where is it? Huh?
Which did you want?
Yeah, well, the problem is, I'm not seeing us live on it. Let's go back to the phone.
If you don't listen to Trash Talking Radio on TrashTalkingRadio.com, you will feel the wrath and the fury. This is Roger Strong. You're listening to TrashTalkingRadio.com from 7 to 10 Tuesday night. Well, so you're from this baby, I'm on Trash Talking Radio, y me sale, está on the internet, TrashTalkingRadio.com. Hey, this is Natty Neidhart coming at you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and you're listening to TrashTalkingRadio.com every Tuesday from 7 to 10.
This is the Vital Idol, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10 on TrashTalkingRadio.com. Remember this, Vital Idol tells you it's got to be true, and when it's on the internet, it's got to be real. It's Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. I am Dr. Bob, the king of swing, the international rock star, way above par, the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, the Vital Idol. Classic like trash.
This is the Latina sensation Mercedes Martinez talking to you at my Papi Chulo, Mike the Trash Talking Radio, Tuesdays from 7 to 10. Mwah. Have a good one, ladies.
Yo, it's the new jack, and you listen to Trash Talk Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. If you ain't listening to it, you ain't real. If you ain't real, you look real. This is from the original game. I do it like I want to do it, the way I want to do it, when I want to do it, believe me. Hey, this is Chris Jericho, the Sexy Beast of the WWE, and the lead singer of Cosby. You're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday night from 7 to 10 p.m. and also available on the World Wide Web at www.trashtalkingradio.com. Don't miss it, ass clown.
Why isn't that
Welcome
on
to the
YouTube?
Trash Talking Radio Show. Please take a seat and help yourself to the snacks and beverages. The show will begin in just a few seconds. Are you ready? Are you seated? Please welcome your host. He is the singer/songwriter of the Uncle Sam Band. He is the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, every woman's fantasy. He is the manager of champions, singer of songs, an actor without a script, lover of life. He is a Tesla driving, song singing, talk show hosting, son of a gun. Please welcome the Vital Idol, classy, Mike Trash. Hey, do I get paid for this?
All right, Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week, and we're back again. I'm just trying to do the final adjustments here of things. I think it's all working. Let's see.
You hope it's all working.
I forgot to hit the button. All right, yeah, I got to figure out how to. All right, I can put this trackball down, and I can now hit the button down here for this, and we're here. Yay! Party time. All right.
Party in the house.
Okay, now I can't understand why you're so loud. Maybe it's because you have a different microphone.
Of course.
Because when you had the same microphone, I could set you around the same settings as me. Now you've got a better microphone in some ways. In some ways, you have a worse microphone. All right, there we go. Still too high. Okay. Check. 1, 2. Okay. I hate when this happens. This day. Now, I still can't even hear myself. That's the weird part. I can't.
Maybe you don't want to.
I can't hear myself through the outputs. Now, I wonder, do I have more than one output? Let's see here. Still trying to figure
You
out
would
this
think
mixer.
after 20 years you'd have this down pat.
Yeah, but I have this new system now, and I don't even know if that's the problem that we were having was the mixer. But the computer lost the drivers for the sound, and I had to make it work. So,
well, Tamara here is just so we're good.
Good. Anyway, oh, there she is.
Uh-huh.
Well, hi. How are you? Let's see. Now we'll try to make this work. Does this work now? It's not working. Of course not. I don't know why it's not working. It should be working.
Because you killed it.
I'm thinking the battery's low because I didn't charge it.
Oh, well, that'll do it.
It's not like the Tesla or anything. Let's see. Well, all right. Oh, well, it's blue, so it's got to be on. I don't know. Why are you acting this way?
I could say something smart, but I'm going to be quiet.
That
Shut
I
up.
don't believe. Why is this not work? Oh, I did something. Uh-oh. Question is, what did I do? Ah, there we go. Okay, now we're on. All right. All right.
I
We'll
could
get
have said
things.
something really
I wish
smart.
I could hear myself. I really would love to hear myself. And if I turn this up, I'm afraid I'm going to peak it. There I am peaking it. Now let's see. Is there a headphones on this thing? Yeah, that's already.
Hey, your buddy Chris is graduating from 8th grade.
Well, congratulations. I hope to do that someday.
Yeah, okay. You got to be potty trained first.
Why do I want pot? All right, we only got 2 RPs.
Well, we had, 4 last week?
Yeah, that's good. Let's slow it down. A lot of people dying lately. Okay, maybe if I push this. Wait a minute, hold on. Check, check, check. Well, that didn't help it any. I want to hear myself. I need to hear. So
You always say you don't like hearing yourself
Wait a minute.
talk.
Okay, hold it. I hear me now. Now I hear me. Now I don't like it because I hear that noise. Wonder what happens if I. But if I drop this down, I don't hear the noise anymore. But I hear it. I think I have to hear it. Let's see. Okay, I hear me. What if I turn this up? Oh, hey. Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Okay. But then I have to turn this down. Check. 1, 2. Okay. Now I don't want to turn that down because I don't hear me then.
Oh, can you hear me now?
No. Okay. I'm going to go with this in hopes that it's not too annoying to the people. All right. Let's go.
Okay. Where are we going?
The first person that died
Oh.
was Clarence Williams III. Do you remember Clarence Williams III?
No. The name does not sound familiar. But I should, I'm sure, by your reaction.
He was the Mod Squad, the black guy in the Mod Squad.
Oh.
And he was also in Purple Rain. But
Well-
I didn't remember him in Purple Rain, but, he was in Purple Rain, too. So it's kind of an interesting career he had because I know him from the Mod Squad. But I think I've seen him in other things, too, but I didn't know he was in Purple Rain. Let's see if we can. I wonder if we can tap in on their stuff. Let's see if we can figure out what they said about him. Oh, shoot, didn't work. That was supposed to work. The problem is now I'm using this. This is going to be too slow to use this. I'm going to have to go back to this. All right. So we'll refresh this and see if we can get their report on him. All right.
Hey, Michael says hi, sexy. So I guess he's talking to you.
Yeah, I would guess that was probably the right thing, too. Okay, why can't I get this thing going? Okay, we're going to try it again. All right, here we go. Dateline. Killer roll.
Oh.
No, this isn't the right. Oh, here we go. Now, let's hit this. Let's use their report.
For actor Clarence
There we go.
Williams III from TV's The Mod Squad. He died on Friday in Los Angeles of colon cancer. Williams portrayed one of 3 young delinquents who get in trouble with the law and are recruited to work as an undercover police team. Beginning in 1968, the show became a cultural touchstone. Williams moved on to playing movies. He played Prince's father in Purple Rain.
Oh, he played the father.
He was 81 years old.
There we go. All right, there we go. Now we know. I wondered. I knew that he had played in that, but I didn't know what he played in it. Yeah, colon cancer. Ooh, that's a nasty one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pain in the ass.
To say the least.
Yeah, I thought you'd get that. Okay. He broke through at 1968, as one of the stars of the countercultural cop show, The Mod Squad. Do you remember any of the other two members?
No. I never watched that show.
How could you not watch that show? My dad watched it all the time.
Yeah, but I lived a sheltered life. I told you that. I seem to be saying that a lot lately.
Well, maybe you ought to get out of your shelter.
I did.
And anyway, he and Peggy Lipton and Michael Cole were the three bad boys that became, Jump Street?
21 Jump Street?
Yeah, it was sort of like that, except an earlier version, and there were only three of them.
Oh, okay.
And they were young, hip people, and they were out in the streets fighting crime, and nobody knew they were cops.
See, I'm not the only one that didn't watch it.
Who else?
Michael said he never watched either, so I don't feel bad.
Hey, all you losers stay together, and that's fine. If you people aren't culturally...
Hey, I got rid of the Los name, so you can't call me loser anymore.
I didn't call you a loser.
Yeah, okay.
All right, anyway. So he died at 63. That seems so young today.
It is.
And we have a lot of people dying young. It says here, Williams portrayed Prince's father in 1984 Purple Rain and had a reoccurring role as FBI agent Roger Hardy on TV's Twin Peaks.
Only the good die young.
That's why my father is the good.
Yep.
So it says here, that was Twin Peaks. He had a long-running collaboration with director John Frankenheimer, playing Bobby Shy in 86's 52 Pickup, Chaka in 94's Against the Wall, Archie in 97's TV movie George Wallace, and Merlin in 2000's Reindeer Games. So he was born in New York City, August 21st, 1939.
Wow.
That's not right. That can't be right. That's wrong. No, that's wrong because he's 63. There's no way that would be right.
Okay.
Now we're going to have to go to Wikipedia to get the correct answer as to how old he really is. Wikipedia. There we go. And Clarence. Where is he? Oh, he's not in the first page? Why isn't he?
What did you say his last name was?
Clarence Williams III. Okay, this one says he was 81, not 61.
Wow.
That's a little closer. Okay, if he was... Now I need to look at that. Wow. Oh, I see why I did that.
Did you mistype it?
No, the other guy was 61 that just died, or 63 that just died. So, anyway... All right, yeah, I kind of screwed that up. Yeah, says he was in Purple Rain, 52 Pickup, Tales from the Hood, Half Baked, and Reindeer Games. So, and then a bunch of other things too, but those were, I guess, his mainstays. And well, he had a lot of stuff. He was even in. He was working all the way up into 2013 with movies. So that's kind of cool. But I remember him because every time it was on, my dad had Mod Squad on. I think he had a thing for the girl.
Probably.
So, but he was his name in Mod Squad was Link.
Okay.
I think it was Link. Mod Squad. There he is, Lincoln Hayes, also known as Link. So, I kind of like that. I really liked the show. It was a good concept, and it led into others making their TV show about that type of thing. Of course, these guys were kind of like late in their teens, I would guess. I don't remember because it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I really thought it was a cool idea for a show, and like I said, with them coming out with the Jump Street.
Do you think that they just forgot to turn the letter B around? It was probably originally called the Mob Squad.
Okay.
What?
Let's see. We got anything? Oh, I see your friend is in the chat room, too.
Of course he is.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. I didn't know. No one tells me these
He's
things.
on his lunch break, and so you see he's really loyal because he listens while he's at work on his lunch.
I don't blame the guy. We're a hip show. We're like the Mod Squad. We're the Mod Squad of the new millennium because there is none. So we can claim that for ours. Of course, neither of us are young. And
Who? What?
neither of us are in our teens.
Okay, I was going to say, because I'm young.
The only thing that would be young is if you were married to a person with the last name of Young. That's the only way you're going to get young. What? He died.
I know, but I'm still young. Young at heart.
Jerome died. You know who I'm talking about.
Yes, I know who you're talking
Your
about.
favorite wrestler.
Yeah, okay,
All
let's
times.
not go there.
All right, this next one that died, I'm very, very sad about. I was a big fan. And I really liked the fact that he could make a monkey out of himself and yet still remain cool.
Okay.
His name was Cobby.
Aww.
The oldest male chimp in the U.S. zoo dies at 63. There's where my 63 came from. I knew there was a 63 in there somewhere. Anyway, sadly, he died. It says an official described him as charismatic and compassionate leader of the San Francisco Zoo's chimpanzee troop. So there you go. The oldest chimpanzee in an accredited U.S. zoo died Saturday in California, the San Francisco Zoo. He was 63. The cause of death had not been determined, but he had recently been ill, and old age was contributing factor.
Maybe he got COVID.
The zoo said in the news release. So they don't have an exact reason for death, but sadly, he's no longer with us. So I guess I don't have a link there where I can just do it the right way. So I got to do it the wrong way. So where is it? Take me a second here to put this in here. So was that a wrestling event that you?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sad that they didn't tell me about it. I would have gone.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see it till I read her posting, and I guess this was put on by one of his close friends that he struggled to talk to towards the end of his life.
I would have gladly done it for him.
Yep.
I have not been in a wrestling event for a couple of years, so.
Yeah, because I think your last one was what, for Glenn?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
I have been out of touch with a lot of that. So, I mean, the thing is.
You've been out of touch with reality.
Well, my body can't do it anymore. As much as I hate to say it, I can't. I can't do it. I would love to do it every day and every week, and I just can't. My body just says nope.
That's what you get for being never mind.
For being a never mind?
Yeah.
I didn't know I was a never
For
mind.
a heel. Okay, for a heel. Now you're getting those naughty paybacks. See, if you'd have been good.
I think that if you ask my fans, and there are fans,
yes,
you would find
people.
You would find that more of them thought I was a good guy than a bad guy, and that the good guy was actually the bad guy. So anyway.
Yeah, all what, 2 or 3 of us.
There's 2 or 3 of you, and there's one that thinks I'm a bad guy. So 3 to 1.
Who's the one that thinks you're a bad guy?
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that think I am. So anyway.
Hey, I've known you for
a year.
At least.
Maybe 2.
With a 0 on the end.
You keep wanting to get, you're not getting the extra years. I'm not giving you the extra years.
I'm rounding because I don't like to be specific, okay?
You're rounding? As opposed to squaring?
Yes.
I didn't see any movies this week. I was planning on it, but I just got too wrapped up in seafood because I went for seafood Saturday and Sunday. Yes, I went to the Red Crab on Saturday because I was hungry for good seafood, and then Sunday I was invited to go to seafood. And
so did you take some to your mom?
No.
How dare you?
I'm not sharing. She didn't want to share with me. I took her seafood and she wanted my seafood, so no, I took it and ate it myself. So anyway, so I didn't watch any movies because when I got home, what did I do? I ended up coming home. Oh, I got home. Yeah, we ended up sitting and talking for like, we met Sunday.
Oh. What? You know, I've got to make sure you're well protected here.
I am well protected. I have a giant condom I wear.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only way a dickhead can make it out. All right.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so Sunday we met for dinner at
Red Lobster.
I'm trying to think what time though. I think it was around 2, and we didn't leave until like almost 6.
My goodness!
We were just all talking, and it wasn't crowded, so nobody was rushing us out the door. So anyway, movies this week. The Conjuring came out. It finally put A Quiet Place to rest. The Conjuring is a series of movies that were about this couple, a real-life couple, who went out and fought demons. And I really like it. And the woman who it's based on just died. I think she died last year. So interesting enough. I mean, it's probably, I don't know if it's the last movie or not, because I'm sure they have more stories. But the woman, won't be making any new ones. So unless she comes back and, does her thing. But, the bottom line is I really like it. They're really interesting stories. And do I believe that they're true? No, not really. But they want you to believe they're true. There's some really bizarre stories about some of the things that they've supposedly seen.
Right.
And I have a hard time believing that if there is a Satan, that he would be outwardly that much seen in the public eye. And so I really don't know if I believe that that they're true.
Okay. I mean, I know Casper exists.
You know what?
Casper.
Casper what?
He exists.
Of course he does, because there's video of him.
Uh-huh.
But for the second week in a row, a horror film took the top spot. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, made an estimated $24 million, besting A Quiet Place that made $20 million. And actually, that's $20 million more that The Quiet Place did. So The Quiet Place really is doing okay in these times, because that's not counting if it's on HBO Max or whoever they have it in besides the theater. Third place goes to Disney's Cruella, who did $11.2 million. Followed by Spirit Untamed at $6.2 million, and Raya and the Last Dragon, which was a Disney movie, at $1.3 million. I would think that being a Disney film would be really, really bad. It's $1.3 million, but it's available on the Disney Channel, so if you have Disney Plus, you get it automatically. So I don't know if they're charging for that or not on the Disney Channel.
Well, I told you that I found out the answer to the Netflix question, right?
That you don't have Netflix.
Right. The only way I can get it is if I switch my plan over to T-Mobile.
Well, why don't you switch your plan over to T-Mobile? You got nothing now.
Because I haven't gotten that far yet. I haven't been to a store.
I was going to say it'd be worth it because you're not paying any more money and you get free Netflix.
That's true. I just have to see what plans they have.
Well, just say you want the same plan.
If they have it, yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't combined that company yet, since it's the same company, right?
Yes. Sprint is now owned by T-Mobile, and that's what I thought too. And they said, nope, the plans, if you were on a Sprint plan, you're still on a Sprint plan. So
I got to get out to Xfinity and figure out what to do about my mom's phone. So sad, but I don't know. I think I'm going to get screwed over that deal. All right, that's all I got for that.
Well, then I don't want, never mind.
All right. Now, Did I mention about on Storage Wars about Gerald Schultz and Brandy splitting up?
Yes.
Did I mention that he got arrested?
Yes.
Okay, I did talk about that. I
Yes.
didn't remember talking about it, and it was still on my notes. So, okay, I can take it off the notes
Yes.
then. Okay. All right, I didn't remember. Do you know who Kevin Pillar is?
No.
Okay, neither did I. Don't worry.
Until now.
Okay. All right. Have you ever been hit by anything in the face? Fist, anything?
Yes.
What was it? What were you hit by?
A windshield?
I didn't think of that. Was that through a car accident, or did someone
Yes.
throw a windshield at you?
Nope, it was through a car accident.
Okay.
It was before I met you.
Well, that could be why I don't know about it, but okay, you surprised me there.
But I've had siblings hit me in the face.
Okay.
I've had ex-husbands hit me in the face.
Okay. Would you rather?
Okay, we're going to do it this way.
Yeah, let's do it this way. Would you rather get hit in the face with a windshield or hit in the face with a
Yeah.
baseball at
Oh.
95 miles an hour?
Oh. Is there an option C?
No.
Either one?
No.
I don't like either of those.
Well, Braves pitcher Jacob Wild hit Kevin Pillar in the face with a pitch, and says it's tough moving forward as the New York Mets outfielder Kevin Pillar begins his recovery
that
from
gives a whole new meaning to the term line drive.
or balls to the face.
Yeah, that too.
I'm sure that you're very familiar with
Michael!
Well, didn't you play softball as a girl?
1 year?
Okay.
Oh, God. What am I going to do with you?
Anyway.
Well, this show just went completely R-rated.
Why? You're thinking dirty, aren't you? Well,
Around you, I don't have any
now this is
other choice.
I don't know if this is a video where he actually does it or not. It's a commercial. Let's see here. Anyway, the incident also left a vivid impression on Atlanta Braves pitcher Jacob Webb, who threw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball that hit Pillar. Here we go. Says he's got plenty of gas left in the tank. Well, that has nothing to do with Pillar. What's that got to do with Pillar? Why would you expect there to be a video about Pillar on Pillar's page? I guess we shouldn't expect that. Anyway, I guess we'll stop that. The incident also left a vivid impression on, let's see, it says here, more worried about him, obviously, but I got some news that he's doing all right and came back negative with the CT scans and all that stuff. So, says Webb is 27 in his third season with the Braves. Pillar is only the second battery he hit in 57 innings as a major leaguer.
Wow.
The first time I've had an incident like this, it's tough. You never know. You never want to hurt your fellow competitor. It's definitely tough moving forward. I would really, really hate that. I mean, you think that, you got a lot of pressure out there to try to do the right thing with when you're playing these games, but you don't ever expect something like that to happen. And you got to think he's like kind of gun shy a little bit, and I would be too, because you're hurting somebody, not just hurting them, you're putting them out of their income. I mean, if his face shatters or whatever, he would be out of, he'd be like Brutus Beefcake when he busted his face up parasailing.
Right.
He wasn't able to work for a long time. So, okay. And then we got Kevin Pillar also has, of course, feeling the effects of it. Kevin Pillar opens up about how he felt about being hit in the face with a 94.5-mile-per-hour fastball, not baseball. Wasn't meant to be a baseball. What are you doing?
Making a date.
What's the picture of the girl?
Something somebody sent me.
Okay. I'm going to stop. I'm going to take away some zeros here. You should be paying attention to the show, not paying.
I am.
Don't pay attention to your boyfriends.
No, he's a boy toy.
Whatever. It says here the New York Mets outfielder outfielder Ken Pillar, they didn't even capitalize Pillar.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I wonder why. Who almost had a decade of a fine career under his belt, recently expressed his feelings concerning not being agile enough to take part in the upcoming games with his teammates. On Monday night, the Mets game with the Atlanta Braves, Pillar took a massive blow to the face from Braves pitcher Jack Webb. Kicked the ball at that's an amazing speed to think that somebody could throw a ball at 94.5 miles an hour. That's just unbelievable.
Guess you've never watched a baseball game, have you?
I mean, I realize that they do that. I'm just saying it just seems so weird that someone could throw a ball that quick.
Well, when I went to the Harrisburg Senators game, which, by the way, is what I was doing when I was texting one of my boy toys.
Well, I could get to go to those too. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I got my own boy toy.
Really?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Carlton's my boy toy.
Oh, God.
Carlton contacted me, and every week he usually says, "Have you gone back to the theaters yet? Have you gone back?" He's a guy that I met in. We met when we went to the theaters.
Yep.
And he told me, "I've got season tickets at the."
Well, Harry goes.
What's that mean?
You could go with Harry.
I don't have a ticket.
Oh, jeez.
If I wanted to go, I'd go with Carlton.
But then you'd see Harry there too.
Well, see, there we work out. It all works out.
But anyway, whenever I went to the Harrisburg Senators game, you could see how fast the balls were moving.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And it's funny because
amazing to me.
One of the batters, when he went to hit the ball, it actually hit the speed clock. And I was like, oh, wow, that broke. But they fixed it.
Well, I can tell you, I wouldn't want to be hit by that. Just if you have any questions, I don't want to be hit by one. So, anyway. But anyway, it says here, Pillar immediately hit the ground with blood gushing from his face. He made it known the next day he had multiple fractures in his face, and was due to undergo plastic surgery once the swelling went down.
Nice.
So I just am amazed that, I never really think about that stuff because, if you're watching baseball, you don't think about possibility of, because the guy's a professional. He should know where he's aiming the ball at.
Yes, but sometimes you have these wild pitches.
Yeah, well, maybe you should be.
As opposed to wild bitches.
Maybe you should be more professional and not hit people.
No, but then that means the batter is automatically walked whenever.
Well, it doesn't do
hit.
any good if he can't see because he's gushing blood out of his face. So, all right. There's a rumor out there that WWE is up for sale.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't think Vince would ever give that up.
Vince is like 1,000,000 years old, and he's eventually going to die.
Oh, don't sound so hard.
Well, I mean,
Kick the bucket.
I have to
better.
tell you that whether you like him or not, you have to respect him.
Well, yeah.
Because he's created such an industry that he rules. He rules that industry. There's no one even close to his. I mean, as much as I like AEW, I got to tell you, he's still the king. He's still the king of the wrestling industry. And you can take him or leave him or whatever. The bottom line is, he is truly the top. And so it may happen. It may not happen. It says speculations on the rumors surrounding professional wrestling is favored pastime of many fans. Perhaps a second only to actually watching the matches. In his daily column, we look at the latest rumors that are coming around the rumor mill. I don't usually talk too much about wrestling, but I've read this from a couple different people about he may sell it to the Peacock network.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, imagine how much money he could get for that company. I mean, you look at WWE, and it's a worldwide company. It's the only worldwide company that is in existence as far as I'm concerned. I mean, yes, some of the other companies do business worldwide,
Okay.
but is truly the only worldwide presence. They've got NXT UK, that's worldwide. They've got NXT. They've got and they've got wrestlers from all over the world working for them. Now AEW has wrestlers from all over the world, but they're so far behind the. Now, to give you an idea, okay, I think I read somewhere, I don't remember the exact number, so forgive me.
Okay.
AEW made about $240 million last year.
Wow.
I believe that's correct. In comparison to WWE that made several billion dollars.
Okay.
So that gives you an idea and that's the first place and second place. So there's nobody really in between that as far as the U.S. wrestling goes. I mean, we have Impact. We have, what's the other one? We have the New Japan is in the U.S. We've got a couple companies outside, NWA and all that. But nobody...
Does that include Ring of Honor?
Including Ring of Honor.
Okay.
Nobody is touching WWE. Now, WWE is also, one of the reasons there's speculation, WWE is also talking about, there's a lot of cuts. They've cut a lot of talent lately, like Braun Strowman. I mean, there's a lot of people they cut loose. And I never thought they'd cut Braun Strowman. But they are also bringing Brock Lesnar back in.
Wow.
And Brock Lesnar is kind of like a diva because he has to have it his way.
Well, yeah.
And he gets a lot of money for doing very little. But, there's speculation that they may be selling the company. No proof of it. I have no speculation other than things I've read. So it says here, rumors of the day. Mattman Andrew Zarian was told WWE releases are coming. These cuts become a regular thing because WWE realizes the roster got bloated over the last few years. That's true. WrestleNomics' Brandon Thurston spoke of five people in the WWE investor community, and none of them think WWE's recent budget cuts are a sign that they are preparing to sell a company. So he says, no, it's not going to happen. Then we talk about, that's not Chris Layton, is it?
Yeah. High voltage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's him?
Yeah.
Oh, he's aged a lot. I think I look the same, actually. I look a little better because I got more hair. But fuck off.
You'd like to.
What, fuck off? I didn't say you. Because I knew what you would say. As far as part-timers are concerned, Zarian said expect all the big names that make sense at SummerSlam 2021. So chances are SummerSlam 2021 is going to have some big names, and they're getting rid of cleaning up the roster to bring the bigger names in. That's a possibility. PW Insider learned that Miz TV and Beat the Clock segments with Charlotte Flair that opened this week on Raw about 10 minutes too long. Vince McMahon was not happy about that, and it led to other segments being shuffled around. And Dave Meltzer says AEW will be taping the next 3 weeks of television ahead of time. This is on account of upcoming preemptions of Dynamite. Now, next week, I think the Olympic tryouts are next week.
Okay.
So we're not going to see Ninja Warrior next week. It's okay. You caught up?
No.
Then I can't talk about that.
I haven't been home.
Well, you should have showed up earlier, and I could have put it on TV. Oh, no, I couldn't because my TV was down.
Yes, and I came right from work.
Well, maybe you should have got a job that gave you Tuesdays off. I bet you're mad about that, about your Fridays off.
I am pissed about my Fridays off.
Yeah, I believe that. Because I know I would like to be working a 4-day week if I was working.
I wish they'd let me work a 4-day week.
I'm sure.
But then I wouldn't be here Tuesday nights.
Oh, yeah, that would be difficult, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. But you've done it before.
Yeah, it's easy. Well, I won't say that. It's not really easy. Actually, I prefer you to be here because I like to have someone to bounce things off of, and it's a lot more fun of a show when you're not talking to yourself.
Well, I thought, I guess you don't miss me then.
I just said,
No.
how can I miss you if you don't go away?
Somebody's got a beer to keep you straight.
No. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be straight.
Really?
Who's that? Who's that girl?
Just
What do you look at all these women and men on your...
No, it's just somebody who just took a picture. It's not a big deal.
You got all these... You should see how... I wish you could see the screen that... I might have to do this. I'm going to put my screen as you're used to seeing, and I'm going to put her screen up in the corner so we can all watch what Trish is looking at.
What? I just monitor my Facebook to see if I see any good stories that I can send
Besties
you.
forever.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Oh, man. All right. Next. All right. You know one of my favorite... Okay, I'm going to ask you a question that I know you're going to know the answer.
Okay.
Who are my favorite bands?
Oh, gee. Let's see.
I know you'll answer the right one, I think. You're going to answer within, if you give 3 bands, you'll probably get it in that. And I'm excluding myself.
Oh, well, then that killed that one. I'm going to say Queen.
Okay, I'll take that one.
I'm going to say Leonard Skinner.
Okay. They're down on the list, but okay, they are some of my favorites.
And Judas Priest.
It's on the list, but not way up there.
Okay.
I mean, all 3 of those were not way up there. I thought you'd get it right away. Who's one of the guys that made me want to be a singer? That I have talked about this time and time again, and I know you're not going to remember now because you're forced to remember, and you aren't going to remember.
The first name that comes to my mind, I know is not
Go
right.
ahead. Go ahead.
Michael Jackson.
Well, indirectly he was. I liked him when he was with the Jackson 5 because, I mean, obviously once he hit the big time, I was already playing.
Right.
So I'm talking about people that made me want to play.
Okay.
And believe me, you're going to kick yourself if you don't
The
remember.
Eagles.
Not really.
No?
No.
I'm surprised.
Harder. Harder music.
Okay, then we've got Quiet Riot. We've got...
How many times have I listened to Quiet Riot?
Hey, I've been on road trips with you.
But it was casual. It's not something I would program in.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. No, give me
I've
time.
talked about this guy because he
Eric
was not the
Clapton.
greatest singer in the world, but he had style.
Alice Cooper?
No. But he actually did help.
It's got to be Ozzy.
No, it doesn't.
Oh,
And when I say it, you're going to kick yourself in the butt.
probably. No, I can't reach it.
You will be able to reach it after then because I'll be kicking you too.
Woohoo! Okay, now I'll get
The guitarist died last year.
Ginger Baker.
The guitarist died last year, not the drummer, the
Van
guitarist.
Halen. I knew
There you
it.
go.
I knew that.
All right.
Hey, I've got to pull your chain. I can't pull anything else.
There's a story out that is interesting. It was they've unveiled a video that they made in the 80s that was made differently. The video they made for this song was released and was not this video. How about that? There we go. There were 2 videos that were made for this song, and this one was never released. There was a dinosaur video from Van Halen, and it was for I think it was "This Is Love" is the song that it was out on. And I saw the video, and I'm afraid I can't play the video music because I'll get hit with a DMRC
Copyright,
thing. But I will play part of it. I'll play it and I'll turn the volume down because it's really interesting.
Why don't you
shoot,
just
that
lip
worked.
sync it?
Well, because I'd have to hear it to be
Oh,
able to
okay.
lip sync it. But it's really interesting because they went out of their way. I mean, look, they're in their outfits and everything. Put a drum set out there. And this is not a green screen thing. So they actually had to go here in the field, set up their drum set. They didn't have to set up their guitars or stuff because you could just imitate that. But they actually set this stuff up to do this video. And it was interesting. It's a lost video of Van Halen performing in front of a giant dinosaur statues that have been unearthed for more. I guess it's good because we find these dinosaur bones all the time.
Right.
They unveil it. Well, now they unveiled a video. Like they were probably dusting off the dirt of the bones and said, "Oh wait,
Or like
there's
MTV.
well look, there's David Lee Roth. Oh look, here's
they were
Michael Anthony."
probably unveiling an MTV.
I'm not sure. It says at the end of '81, Van Halen filmed some video clip, settled in Jurassic Park in Italy, the prehistoric park. At the time, the band was touring Europe in support of the fourth album called Fair Warning. I love that album, by the way. And I will tell you that Van Halen, Def Leppard would be acceptable as a top guy. None of the ones you said are wrong, but these guys were top, not because of anything other than David Lee Roth was not the greatest singer, but he was one of the greatest showmen. And Eddie was definitely one of the best guitarists ever. But I love Van Halen. I probably had more Van Halen CDs than any other band that I had, except maybe Pink Floyd.
See, I knew that, but I had to make it for interesting radio.
Yeah, I guess so.
I had to work my way around there.
Anyway, this video is pretty cool. Here's the video. I'll play just a little bit of it. So that's the song. Now I have to cut it off a little bit because I don't want any problems with the MRC. But look, they actually have the dinosaurs.
Oh, wow.
And he's singing to the dinosaur, and he swivels his hips.
He does an Elvis impression.
He does a David Lee Roth impression because Elvis never could do that stuff. And there's I don't know my dinosaurs, but I mean they actually did this whole thing, and he's singing to the dinosaur. Oh man, I just loved it. It was awesome. But he was a great showman. He was not a great vocalist, but he was a great showman. And of course Eddie is one of the greatest ever. And Michael Anthony, and I mean the original members of the band. That was. Oh, by the way, he humped that. Looks like he humps it.
Oh God!
I just thought it was awesome to see this video that has been unearthed that they've never played, and they went to all the trouble to record this thing because I mean they put it in the middle, and they had to have at least 3 cameras probably out there, so they spent all this money, and of course, and I was in a music video. I know how long it takes a music video to be done.
That's
now
true.
we had acting in ours; they didn't really have to act; they just pretty much played around. But that's David Lee.
Wow.
And it's funny to see him now, and he looks old, mainly because he is. But I mean, I'm used to his long hair, flowing hair, and I was so jealous of him. I wanted to be him. I really wanted to be him, but I couldn't do it. So I'll probably still get hit with a strike on this, but it's for Van Halen, so I believe that it's worth it. So, but anyway, that's enough. You don't have to see the whole thing, but it's just kind of cool because I just thought it was awesome to laugh at and see David Lee Roth doing that stuff. But it was fun. Anyway, all right. So next thing. What was that about? I don't remember what that is. What did I? Well, why? I don't remember who he is. Oh, I see. I do these articles sometimes like a week in advance. If I see something interesting, I'll put it in there real quick, and regardless of if it's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Right.
Usually I do the show Sunday and Monday for Tuesday, but lately I've been doing the show
all week long.
Well, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Because I know when I see interesting stuff,
Yeah.
I send it to you.
Oh, yeah. And I usually post it in here. I can't remember who this guy is. Tonight, the Great Awakening is starting in America. What is that? I think it's in the wrong category. Why is that? I don't remember why. Why did I do this? I know there was a reason. I agreed with them for something. Oh, okay. This is not meant to be in this category. It's meant to be in another category. That's why. Okay. So the article is, tonight the Great Awakening is starting in America. And I that caught my eye because I'm always interested in that type of thing because I don't know if this guy's pro-Biden or pro-Trump. And I still didn't know until I read it whether this guy is pro-Biden or Trump.
Okay.
So the deal is, I've talked about this a couple times, and I may even have other articles I want to talk about, but it talks about, did I just close? No, I didn't. Okay, there it is. So this guy, it says Americans are worried about the fabric of our society being torn apart. So you think, okay, maybe it's not Trump, it might be Biden. Okay. Well, that is what it is. So this guy's talking about that now we have Biden in office.
Right.
Biden has been making all these promises. Now think about this for a second. When coronavirus popped up, Trump was the president.
Right.
And Biden kept saying, I do this and this and this, and I do this and this. And then Biden gets in.
And doesn't do any of it.
And not only does he screw it up, he's been screwing up a lot of things. And like, for instance, immigration. He was letting everybody come in. You can't let everybody come in. There's no place for everybody. Who was not letting everybody come in? Trump. I mean, there's a big, great awakening because now we had one side, and then we had the flip of the opposite. We didn't have a compromise. We went from one flip to the other flip. And we're having problems because of that big flip. Because, in my opinion, and I'm not doubting, I mean, there's a couple things to think about. First off, I think that Trump made some mistakes, as everyone does. And I think that Trump is an egotistical idiot in a lot of ways. There's no doubt about that. Nobody's going to argue with me that Trump needs a filter. If Trump had a filter, he would have been okay. He does not have a filter. Biden, he's a politician. He lied to us a lot, and he's continuing to lie to us, and he's destroying our country. As far as I'm concerned, this is my opinion, by the way, and I don't care what anyone else thinks, because opinions are like a-holes, and I am one as much as anybody else. I think that the trillions of dollars that we're spending cannot continue. We're destroying our country. What is our money based on? Like, if you wanted to cash in your dollars, what could you get for your dollars? What is our money system based on?
Not a lot.
But what is it supposed to be based on?
Supply and demand.
Well, no, not really. I'm talking physically. What is the physical worth of money based on?
That I don't know.
Did you ever hear of Fort Knox?
Oh, gold.
Okay. But I guarantee you there's not enough gold to equal the money we have now. And there probably wasn't before. So what does that mean? Well, I mean, all countries are screwed right now. And so that in itself tells you a lot. I mean, everybody got affected by this virus. And but the problem is you can't keep throwing money that we don't have. It'd be like you saying, you know, I don't have enough money to pay my bills, so I'll just put it aside. I'll borrow more money and throw more money at it. And then the next month you'd have to throw more money at it and you'd borrow more money. That's what we're doing. We're borrowing all this money to pay for something that we don't have money to pay for it. And so all the countries are doing this right now, and all the countries' economic systems are paying the price. So the problem is that, you know, the businessman in Trump was trying to build an economy.
Right.
And he was doing it the way a businessman does it.
Right.
So if you need to build a stronger economy, you need sources of things. You need to renegotiate contracts. You got to go to the people that are making too much money and tell them they're not going to make so much money off of you anymore because you'll go somewhere else. And you got to tell them that, and you got to stick to it. Well, that's one thing that Trump does well. He pisses people off, but he also does it well. And he was arguing and putting tariffs on the Chinese because they weren't paying their share. They weren't buying American goods. All they were doing were selling goods to Americans. Well, if you aren't going to buy anything from us, if you're only going to sell to us, we'll find it somewhere else where we can find that's called fair trade. So they weren't fair in the trade. So Biden, he's weak. And a lot of these guys are finding that he's weak. And it's going to be a problem down the road. So this is my opinion. So if you don't like my opinion, you should listen to somebody else.
That's your story and you're sticking to it?
No, I am sticking to it because I really think it's important that people realize Biden is not the answer. Now, I'm not saying that Trump is the answer. I'm saying Biden isn't the answer. So he is not a good salesperson. He is not doing what's right for this country. So I'm scared for the country just because I don't think Biden is strong enough to do what needs to be done.
True.
I would have rather had Hillary because she's stronger than he is. And thinking of all the things he's promised and stuff, he isn't going in an easy spot. But you're talking about wanting to be the president, which means you've got to be ready for everything. So I think he's messing up the country, and that's just my opinion. So.
Well, I sent you something that somebody sent me that maybe we can talk about next week.
On?
Your phone.
Okay. What is it? I mean, just give me an idea so I know what you're talking about. Because I may already have it.
It's time to stand up for the Second Amendment. Tell Senator Toomey to reject Joe Biden's radical ADF nominee, David Chipman.
Yeah, I'd have to do research on that one. Okay. All right. So if you had a chance to go into space, would you?
I often wondered about that because I do watch a lot of Star Trek The Next Generation. So I probably would.
Okay. You want to ask me?
You're already spaced out. You're out of this world. But would you go into space if you had to? Why not?
It's scary. There's people that die in space.
Well, yeah.
And I don't trust any. I mean, I realize that technology's come a long way, but I don't trust enough with my life to do it. However, somebody does.
Jeff Bezos.
You read my notes.
No, I didn't.
You should have.
I heard them talking about it today.
Yeah, it's scary, but he has his own.
Hopes he goes because then he'll be the richest one on Earth for a day.
There you go. Actually, he's already the richest one in space. So, but Jeff Bezos has his own spaceship going.
Yeah, I heard them talking about that on the radio today.
It's really kind of cool when you think about it. But think about this. This guy has enough money to build his own spaceship.
Wow.
Jeff Bezos will be flying to space on the first crewed flight of the New Shepard, the rocket ship made by his space company called Blue Origin. This flight is scheduled for July 20th, just 15 days after he's set to resign as the CEO of Amazon. So at least it'll be after he resigns. But Blue Origin said Bezos' younger brother, Mark Bezos, will also join the flight. Ever since I was 5 years old, I dreamed of traveling to space, says Bezos. He's 57.
Wow.
I agree. I said the same thing. How dare he? Come here. Come here. Come here.
Come on, buddy.
Pup. Come on. Come on, pupper.
Come on. Any other time, you have no problem going behind me.
What do you want? Not that I don't know. How about we give you these? I know you don't like them because they're sitting on the floor after I cleaned them up once.
Twice.
Oh, no, you didn't have these. These are the little ones that you gave him. There we go. You must feed the monster while you're playing radio guy. I'm sure there's no other radio guy in the business that stops his show in the middle just to feed his dog. Anyway, he's actually going to go in space with the rest of the crazy people to me. It says Blue Origin's flight crew will see the company's 6-seater capsule and 59-foot rockets tear towards the edge of space on an 11-minute flight that'll reach more than 60 miles above the Earth. What was that? It was like something that echoed in my ear. Anyway, to me, it's interesting that they're going to do it. It says here, though the company has not announced how much it would sell regular tickets for, Blue Origin said one seat will be given to the winner of the month-long auction that's currently in progress. The bidding was $2.8 million Monday morning, but hit $3.2 million after Blue Origin's announcement. The Blue Origin was founded in 2000, and the company conducted more than a dozen test flights with no one on board. So I know you think the same, and you would love to go out in space. I told you if you come back here, I'll help you. Come on. Come on. Back here. Back here. Come on. Come back here.
Oh, wait, I can do this.
That dog. He's a trip. I will miss him.
Yeah, he's a sweetheart, all right.
It's funny because it talks about Bezos created Amazon in 1994. 1994, he bought from the company that I worked at for 30 years. He bought stuff from us in the early 90s, and was one of the first internet stores. And in 2000ish, somewhere around there was a crash, an internet crash, and everybody was put on hold. Everybody was on everybody was just panicking because there was an internet crash, and they were one of the few ones that survived that, and they're still here today. So I don't know, the company, talk about being at the right time, right place at the right time. I mean, that company is now worth billions of dollars, when it was, his parents gave him $250,000 for an online bookstore. And back in that day, that was a brilliant idea, because back then, if you ever went to college and you had to buy your books and sell your books, they were the people that were doing it for you, so you didn't have to worry about it. And he just made money off of that. Who would have ever thought that this company would have grown the size that it did from originally being a book sales place?
Wow. And
now they're just amazingly crazy busy, and I'm happy for them. I mean, I have to tell you that my last check from the company I worked at is coming up this year, and with last year's great sales that they had, my company had great sales too, and that means that I make good money when I quit. So.
Oh, you're back.
He says, that's my front you're looking at, girl.
You're a good boy.
He always gets hungry at this time of night. So, just amazing. But anyway, that's just kind of interesting information that he's, the company has grown so much, and he's done a lot. I mean, the company, talk about somebody who's done a lot to improve people's lives. You got to say, right. I mean, I think he's definitely been an innovator of retail. He's destroyed so many companies. I'm sure he didn't set out to destroy them companies, because when he was putting this stuff together, he probably thought that it would be kind of nice to have a place you can shop online, and what a brilliant strategy to just make it bigger, because then he took a situation where he sat back and said, okay, you have this this product here, what's the best way to make it work? Well, what he did was he took a lot of computer dealers, smaller computer dealers, who wanted a presence on the internet, and allowed them to sell through Amazon and become an authorized reseller. And he makes I think it was 15% off of those people. So just out of nowhere, you're making money now just for allowing people to sell under your umbrella. So wow. I don't know. It was just a brilliant idea, and one after another that has made him so freaking wealthy. He probably doesn't even know what to do with all this money.
Well, he can spread a little bit of that our way.
Well, if he spent enough of it my way, I wouldn't have to do anything.
That's true.
And you have to get a little closer to your mic So.
I know. Oh, wait a minute.
And
I
you've
go
got
this way.
well, you got 3 of them, so you got to decide which one you're going to be closest to. I let her get away from being on the. What are you crying about now? Stop it! Stop it!
I love you too, puppy dog.
Now, can I do this? Okay, so what do I do? Can I? I can't. Okay. All right. Over here.
Really, buddy? I can't touch my mouse because he keeps pushing my arm away.
Hey, puppy. Stop it.
I love the stare down between you two.
You had a lot of seafood today. I know. You ate a lot of seafood. You should be quiet. Yes, you. This is a radio show, so I can't be silent for too long because it really defeats the purpose of it. All right, next. This is not a surprise to me. There's very few things that this person would do that would surprise me.
Okay.
I'm not going to make you guess, but I'm going to ask you to guess one. I'm going to give you one chance because it could be any guy. But once you hear the name, you'll understand why I'm asking you.
Okay.
There's a guy who is from Michigan, I believe, and he recently hurled some homophobic slurs on stage in Tennessee.
Oh.
Any guess?
No. Okay, apparently I must know him.
Michigan.
That doesn't help.
Well, he was an inspiration for Werewolves of Alabama.
Okay, now wait a minute. That's
when you hear it, you're going to realize.
Kid Rock.
Yes. Yes. And once again, not a surprise. Not a surprise to me anyway, that Kid Rock would be called out for doing a homophobic slurs, because he is about as much of a redneck as they come. Because when I think this is this would have been my older brother's favorite singer if he had known about the the slurs. So, I forgot to check. I did check one. I did check to see if we're on Facebook, and I did check to see if we're on YouTube. So
really,
I forgot the Twitch. Here's the Twitch. Okay, just making sure. And here's the YouTube. Okay, just making sure that that's all right. Everything's right. I like to make sure of that ahead of time. Kid Rock dropped a homophobic slur like it was nothing while rocking the mic at a bar in Tennessee and ranting about people recording with their phones. The singer wasn't feeling the fact that audience members had flipped out their iPhone cameras Saturday night when he took to the stage at, this is the great bar. I think would you go to this place? Fish Lips Bar and Grill.
Nope.
He looked directly at one phone and said, F your iPhone, yeah. He then hurled the slur as he screamed, you effing Fs with your iPhones out. He mocked fans recording him by pointing out directly at his crotch and telling them to post his junk. But we're told security at this point was going around telling people to put down their phones, but Kid Rock decided to take matters into his own hands. Apparently he hadn't been paying attention to the concert crowds for the past 10 years or so, because if it ain't like smartphones just came out. Of course, Kid's got a habit of blurting out whatever he's feeling on stage. You'll recall he torched Oprah, Joy Behar, and others during the 2019 booze-fueled rant at one of his shows. So, anyway, yeah, I got my own little Kid Rock there. He's crying about everything. Yeah, you. How would you like it if when you were talking on your Puppy Pal show, I would just come out and start talking? What would you say about that? Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
you gotta love puppy dogs.
I do like that dog, but I don't know why. Looking for something you can chew on that'll take a little while. You ready? Now you got to find them at least. All right. Anyone that wants to send dog treats, send them to Buddy Trash at.
Just private message Mike. He'll give you the address.
So anyway, so there you go. There's your insult of the week. I should have put the Van Halen dinosaur as the picture of the day. All right. This week we saw I can't think of his name. Oh yeah, Floyd Mayweather take on Logan Paul. Logan Paul is an internet guy who's been really involved in some sporting events. He was involved in a wrestling event, WWE. He's been involved in boxing events, and he won his first one. And he took on, like I said, he just took on Floyd Mayweather. And it says here that Mike Tyson is impressed with Logan Paul. That says a lot when you get as far as I'm concerned, probably one of the world's greatest boxers ever saying, hey, he was really good. So, Logan Paul actually trained really well for his last fight. I don't know about this fight because I didn't see this fight, but the fight before, I can't remember who it was he beat, but he beat somebody who I didn't think he'd beat. So for him to tie against Floyd Mayweather, that's saying a lot. However, there's also rumors that. Oh wait, here's the. Let me back up here because let's hear what Tyson actually had to say about this.
I think you can learn from this one. Fight guys more in this category, and as far as weight is concerned, I think you would make more money before Pacquiao again.
100%. I like that fight. You know what? I think now he got to come back. If you're going to do the celebrity war stuff, you got to fight somebody of some. Like you gotta give the people what they want. I mean, you know, there's a lot of fighters out there.
I'm gonna try to build up. What's that guy in the fight last night? Logan Paul. Logan Paul. I'm trying to get Logan Paul to fight Bodou Jack.
I don't know who that is.
Fight who?
Bodou Jack.
Bodou Jack. I don't know who that is. But somebody who Tyson's high on.
I want to see what he say about that. I want to see what he say about that fight.
Logan Paul is like fearless. The guy's crazy because he's taking on these professional boxers, and he's training like crazy. I mean, it's. At least I know that he's not just going in there expecting to win. He's going in there and actually training his butt off to try to. Now the rumor has it, as we talk about this, there's a conspiracy theory. Knockout conspiracies not emerge as suspicious as the Floyd Mayweather Logan Paul video. So here, let me see if I can help with it. Is that this one here? I think it is. There you go. So here we are. Logan Paul, I believe, is this guy here. He's the white guy, and the other guy is smaller. So Floyd Mayweather is a small guy.
Right.
But he's a freaking monster.
He's a powerhouse.
He is really a power. He's so fast. He can blind you. Anyway, let's see what, according to this. So we got those two tied up together. There we see a shot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Logan got him on the night. There early. The left and the right hand. Okay.
Great young fighter. Strong, tough. He's better than I thought he was.
Just hard to believe that Floyd Mayweather can't take him out. Because Floyd Mayweather was champion for I don't know how many years. The guy's a freaking monster. As far as, I mean, he's not a giant guy, but he's just a great fighter. So I really have a hard time believing Logan Paul actually tied him. I would have thought that Mayweather would have taken him out. So I really do agree.
They probably agreed to that So it could come down to a rematch.
That's one of the theories out there. It says here the exhibition boxing match between Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather on Sunday night was a farce for many reasons, but the video clip from the fight suggests it may have gone as far as to be fixed. He only did it for the money. He didn't care about KOing Paul. He made that clear. He did KO Paul, according to another person, and then held him up because they agreed to make it so they could both win, with Floyd being able to claim he actually won and Logan being able to say he morally won because he was not able to even survive, but Floyd did knock him out. And that's what that video clip is we were watching, where he held him up. Now let's look at it again. So we got, see if we can, oh, that was a really good shot that he missed. But yeah, he, let's see. Oh yeah, he did hit him. Oh, look at that, he did. He held him up. Watch, he hits him. Watch. Bam. He's
Obviously
like,
at 44,
yeah, I could see why people would think that. I think that too. So I think that maybe that is the case.
Obviously at 44.
So that could be true. It says with a few minutes left in one of the rounds, Paul lunged at Mayweather and missed, and the boxing champ countered with a swift punch to the side of the YouTuber's head. After the hit, you could see that Paul appeared to go limp. Yeah, that's true. And instead of letting him fall, Mayweather appeared to hold him up, preventing a knockout, perhaps a knockdown, perhaps a knockout. So I would say, I would agree. He used it. He made his money. He was guaranteed his money regardless.
Right.
And I think he definitely did that. So I think we're going to see more of Logan Paul. That's the second time I think that he fought. I don't believe there are any others that I know of. But yeah, that still Logan Paul has a good feather in his cap that he didn't, he didn't end up being knocked out. So I thought that was interesting. And you said something about Twitch. You know what? Twitch has a landmark that it hit.
Really?
Yes.
What's that? A birthday?
Well, I started broadcasting on Twitch. How long have you been back?
Just a couple weeks.
No.
Oh. You asked.
I don't remember when you started back.
I started here the first time in 2003.
I mean back, not first time. Back. Like after 5 years or whatever off the air.
Okay, then it was...
Because I know that after Pam died, I didn't talk to you for
right.
at least another
because
year.
of who you were with. Was it 2018 maybe? 2019?
I don't think it was 20. It might have been 2018. Whenever I started going to the movies with my mom. So it might have been even earlier than that.
Probably.
Because I was still working, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I quit it 2018, November. So
it was before that. So that would probably be like 2015, 2014.
14 is when she died.
Okay, so then it would have been
and
2015.
15 was when I was with
her.
One. Yeah. And then...
When did you end things with her? Was it 2016?
I'm trying to remember. Okay, so anyway, let's assume it was 20. Let's say 2017. Just
okay.
Were we on this system? We were, weren't we? Because I was doing the show by myself for a couple of years, and I think I was on the air.
So
I think I've had this. Actually, the way to find out. I can find out, I think. I can go to vMix and see when I subscribe to vMix. Because that will answer what I needed to know. Log in. Let's see. If I can figure out what year. Oh, here we are. Purchase date. I purchased it in 2018.
Okay.
So it was after that you were on the show, right?
Yeah,
I
maybe
think.
the end of that year.
Yeah. I think so. So 2018. So I've been doing Twitch since 2018.
Okay.
So 2019, 20, 21. That's so basically, you know, I've been with Twitch for 3 years. Does that make sense? I think it's about 3 years. So Twitch has reached 10 years old.
Wow.
And I've been with them for 3. I was thinking I was with them for a lot longer than that, but it says Twitch turns 10, and the creator. What? Come on! I hit this button. Come on. And the creator economy is in debt. I don't know how they could be in debt, but they are. But the says here, Twitch's co-founder just wants his favorite chess streamers to notice him. I'm in the chat, like giving them donations, hoping they say my name. And he's terrible at chess, but you can't stop watching Andrea and Alexandra Botitz play it on Twitch. They haven't acknowledged him yet, but he hopes they will soon. Twitch pioneered this digital parasocial thing, more socially, monetizing it on a massive scale. Exactly 10 years ago, June 6th, 2011, Twitch launched out of Justin.tv, a sort of general purpose video live streaming site. Khan had founded 4 years before. Khan, who is no longer with company, say he and his co-founder spent years ruminating on how to make people interact online chat and give each other money. You know, it's funny because back in 2003, we were one of the first people that had an active chat room.
Right.
And we used to have lots of people talking. Mm-hmm. And we did it for, not for free, we did it for free, but we didn't have a way to do this. So if we had Twitch way back then, we could have been making some serious money. There are some guys in there that make serious money.
Right.
And it's just amazing to me that they can make this kind of money off of this. Because like the one guy that I watch on there is Kit Boga, and he makes some serious coin for this. And he doesn't care if you contribute or not. He just wants you to watch it. It's kind of like what I do. I do it. I just want to see them. I want to see people participate or at least pay attention to what's going on in the world. And it's really interesting to me that the Twitch is 10 years old in the computer industry. That's long term there. So it's kind of interesting that it's actually reached its pinnacle, or at least it's reached what it is.
But speaking of birthdays, look how long you've been on the air. Look how long this show's been on the air.
Yeah, we've gone through some different changes and stuff. I would have wanted people to accept this show this way, and I seem to have done better in wrestling. And
Really, Puppy?
It's just that I think it's a shame because the ideas of what I was doing are being done by so many people now. It's not even fun anymore for me.
Right.
I don't want to fight over guests, and I don't want to I just don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, I have to because if I want to be, I'm not involved in wrestling anymore. I do talk about some wrestling stuff, but it's very rare.
And it depends on what you're relating it to. I mean,
yeah, well, the thing is, I'm trying to show that I'm not one-dimensional.
Right.
And we can do a whole lot more with this in the long run, I think. But I've been doing this I started doing current events 2010.
Yeah.
And we're 11 years into it. I don't really have the traction I had with wrestling, which is a shame because I think that this is better with this. But I don't think there's just not people willing to I don't know, the industry's changed too. And I think maybe I'm in the wrong platforms too. I think maybe I need to be on iTunes or be on Spotify or one of those other platforms. I need to go there rather than Twitter or whatever. But Twitter does really well with us. But Facebook isn't really doing what I think it should do. So maybe I'll be making some changes towards where we're broadcasting towards, And I don't know. It's got to be more than I can get. I know you are opinionated. You got to be quiet. So anyway, anyway. So there's a road rage killing, and it says Nelk boys donate $10,000 for reward in road rage killing. Police arrest 2 suspects. Wow. So apparently there was a road rage. Hello? Knock it off. Yes, I'm talking to you. Anyway, so there was road rage killing, and they didn't have anybody to blame. So these people donated. These are YouTubers that raised. See, like I said, YouTube. People make big money on YouTube. People make big money on Twitch, and if you're on both, whew, that's crazy. You can make a lot of money. Well, I can't, but I haven't been able to. But I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it because I like what I'm doing. But it says here that we've obtained, apparently they caught the people who they think did this. It says we've obtained the mug shots for Eric and Lee. Cops say they followed out the 2 out of the restaurant before making the arrest. It says YouTube stars Kyle Fogert and Steve DeLeonardis added 6 figures to the reward in the fatal shooting case in California. And soon after, the cops arrested 2 suspects. Sources familiar with the situation tell TMZ that the Nelk boys recently donated $100,000 to boost the reward for info on what police are calling a road rage killing, one that left a young boy dead. There's the young boy. Wow. And 6-year-old Aiden Leos was shot and killed May 21st on Highway 55, Orange County, while on his way to kindergarten with his mother. We're told the Nelk boys felt heartbroken with a single mom and wanted to help her find the son's killers. The sources say that the Nelk boys, who live in Orange County, hit up the district attorney expressing a desire to raise the reward for information on the case. And so the $100,000, along with their partner, John Shahadi, on May 30th as a reward, swelled last week to at least $500K. So, but that poor little kid, he didn't do anything. He was just going to kindergarten, and he got killed.
That's sad. I mean, the kids are so innocent a lot of times.
Yeah. So it just it's kind of cool that the kids that these people gave money to help. So it says here by Sunday, the California Highway Patrol said they arrested 2 suspects, 24-year-old Marcus Anthony Eretz and 23-year-old Win Lee, near where the shooting happened. The CHP says the pair are expected to be charged with murder. Law enforcement with sources say the reward is for the arrest and conviction of the young boy's killer. So it'll be a while before the reward or any part of the reward's paid out. So I just feel really bad because, when you're a young kid, to be killed over something, I mean, nothing he did. Right. So maybe his mother cut him off in traffic, or maybe, who knows. But to kill someone over that, it's just, I mean, that'd be like driving in New Jersey.
True.
From what I heard.
Yeah.
I know New Jersey people would do that. So, anyway.
Yeah, especially when you tell them to kiss your ass.
Yeah. Anyway. Then we got, this is a really odd one. You know what TikTok is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not a big fan of TikTok, but this is interesting. This TikToker was out making videos and found that there was a tracking device.
Yeah, I
put
actually
in her purse.
just scrolled past that, too.
Yeah, that'd be scary to think about.
Yeah.
That situation. When you're making your videos, you don't imagine that anybody's going to be tracking you.
And it's ironic because I was invited to a TikTok-themed birthday party this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And I have no idea what it is.
I tried to understand TikTok, and what I saw was a bunch of people doing stupid little things that I don't get. I don't get it.
It's just because they can.
I don't understand it.
But yeah, that would freak me out. It would just be like, I mean, I had the Sprint drive in my car, and
Yeah, well, they use these tiles that are about this big that are trackers. I've got one that I used to keep
about maybe half the size of that.
It's definitely not as thick as that anyway.
Right, about half.
But when I was working, I had a tracker in my bag that I carried, and it was kind of cool because if someone stole my bag, I could track down my bag.
Right.
Well, this is a newer version. This is the tile, and those are like $15. I think when I had my thing, it was like $30 or something like that. But it's anyway. It says nothing unusual about having a tracking device in your purse to help you find it if you were the one that put it there. That wasn't the case for Sheridan Ellis, who discovered it in her handbag after a night out and had no idea where it came from. This weekend on Saturday, I went to dinner with a group of friends for this girl's birthday. If you know me, I don't normally carry a purse, but on Saturday I did because we had decorations and stuff for the table. Anyways, at the end of the night, I was cleaning out my purse and I find this, and it's the tracking device.
Wow.
I don't know what it is. If you don't know what it is, it's a tile, basically a tracker. People put it on their keys and whatnot. I don't know what a whatnot is, but if you got a whatnot, you might want to get one.
Well, this could be a whatnot.
That's rhetorical. It's
know.
just saying, oh, I don't know what it is, but...
Well, that's a whatnot.
Okay, well, thank you for
It's the
clarifying.
same thing as a whoosy what's it. Or a thingamajig.
I don't know what that is. Anyway, so, yeah, I mean, that kind of makes me... That freaks me out a little bit because it doesn't freak me out for me, but for a woman...
Right.
To think about that, if you wanted to, like, get a woman by herself... You slip this into her purse.
Well, they think us women are weak, so...
Well, many are.
True.
And that's the way you were brought up, which is, we'll talk about that a little bit later because I want to talk about Ninja Warrior. But I won't get into revealing anything because certain people haven't watched it yet.
Certain people haven't had time.
Because they have too many guys that they're chasing after.
Who's chasing after?
Well, I think that there's mutual chasing there.
Okay. That's better.
So, anyway. I see where your priorities are.
Hey, you told me to go out and live my life.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. It's awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah, well, you know...
All right,
I'm
anyway.
still loyal to you for some
so we
reason.
we got the Peacock Network. We're all
Yes.
happy about the Peacock
Yes.
Network. I really like the Peacock Network because they have a lot of shows I can watch that I like Storage Wars and they have Pawn Stars and all that stuff that I can watch commercial free because I pay the extra tier. There's another one coming out that we knew was coming out, but we didn't think too much about.
Okay.
And it's going to be the same pay structure as this one. The Paramount.
Yes, I've seen commercials for that.
Yeah. Well, as soon as this ad lets me, it's supposed to let me go on. Here we go. Oh, come on, stop it. Paramount Plus sets summer 2021 lineup, including Quiet Place 2, Paw Patrol movie, and more as ad support launches. So they're going to do the same basic thing as the other one. You get it for free, and then if you pay $4.99, you get something. You get commercial free or something, and if you pay $9.99, you get more. So I think that's kind of cool. I kind of like the idea of the free thing, and all the major content providers should be doing something like this. Because, I mean, face it, you got HBO doing it.
Right.
You got Disney doing it. You got
Showtime.
Peacock doing it. Showtime. They all have something that they're doing like this. And this is, I think it's going to be pretty good. So we'll see if they're going to offer you things that make you really want it. It says here, Paramount said Monday that it will significantly expand its content offering to more than 2,500 titles by the end of summer, starting with the exclusive premiere of the sci-fi action film Infinite, which will make its debut June 10th. It stars Mark Wahlberg and Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Uh-huh.
And it's directed by Antoine Fuqua. Fuqua you.
You'd like to.
On August 20th, the service will premiere a kid-friendly Paw Patrol the movie the same day it hits the theaters. A first for streaming service, Paramount Plus will also become the streaming home for A Quiet Place Part 2 following its release. It also, it doesn't say, I don't think it says in this, but I think it also will, no, wait, that's not them. There's something else that they're going to have that they have an exclusion on. It says here, the new summer slate and all Paramount Plus content portfolio are now available to U.S. subscribers at a low cost of $4.99 a month. The Essential plan and all ad-supported tier combines marquee sports, including NFL games, and more than 1,600 soccer matches this year, and on-demand entertainment, including current and upcoming TV shows and movies, and breaking news with CBSN, but will no longer include local live CBS station programming. Now, Paramount will offer a premium plan at $9.99 that offers commercial-free. Okay, so they're doing $4.99 as entry level and $9.99. Peacock is giving you a free level, and then they're doing $4.99. Then they're doing $9.99. So, but they will allow on $9.99. They'll allow mobile downloads and an extended roster of must-see sports and live streams of affiliates in 200 markets across the United States. So. Some of the things that are available: Terminator, Dark Fate, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, nice. Red Dawn, Skyfall, The Avengers, Gemini Man, and the Rhythm section. Oh. And then Rocket Man, Judy, Florence Foster Jenkins, The Wolf of Wall Street, Revolutionary Road, 71, The Soloist, The Birdcage, The Full Monty, and Little Women will be amongst its
we
titles.
Saw a couple of those.
Yep. And then it'll have... for kids and family, Dora and the Lost City of Gold, Sonic the Hedgehog, The Addams Family, Wonder Park, The Adventures of Tintin and Charlotte's Web. Horror will include Body Cam, Saint Maud, Crawl, Child's Play, Gretel and Hansel, Pet Sematary, The Prodigy, Haunting, Paranormal Activity 3, Paranormal Activity 4, and Arachnophobia. Then it'll have comedies like a Boss, The Hustle, Valley Girl, What Men Want, Fighting with My Family, The Little Hours, The Dictator, I Love You, Man, Jackass Presents, Bad Grandpa, Tropic Thunder, No Strings Attached, Hello, My Name is Doris, and School of Rock. The films will be available to watch along with other titles from franchises, including Indiana Jones, Mission Impossible, Star Trek, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Jackass.
And we saw some of those, too.
Yeah, I mean... I'm sure it's a pretty good deal. I mean, eventually, okay, so I predicted this a while back, if you remember. I said with the internet, we're going to be able to get rid of our current cable company. Mm-hmm. So eventually I'll be able to say, Comcast, I'm not going to take your services. I'm going to go direct to. You can go direct to HBO and bypass them. You can go direct to Peacock. You can go direct to Paramount Plus, and you can bypass them. Okay. If they have all your channels, why would you go straight and pay more money for less stuff?
Because you need the internet.
Well, you keep the internet.
Yeah.
You just get the internet but cancel your cable. So eventually, I won't need cable anymore. And actually, I could probably pretty much cancel my cable because I do most of my stuff I do off the Peacock network because that's where the wrestling is and TNT.
Right.
So... you know, eventually that's what's going to happen. You're going to see there's going to be packages that you can buy that are going to be a la carte. See, cable company says you have to buy this plan or this plan or this plan or this plan, but if you buy this plan, you don't need this plan. Well, you could pretty much get these for $4.99. Okay, and then you take, say, Peacock for $4.99. Now you've got yourself probably 20 channels, 30 channels, just with those two channels, and that covers a lot of stuff.
I'm still trying to figure mine out.
It's going to get more confusing before it gets less confusing, but it will eventually get less confusing because you will now be able to go to the HBOs and the Paramounts, and you can say, I want that and that. I don't want that because I don't watch that. Like Sports Network.
Right.
What would I care about Sports Network? I don't care about ESPN. I never watch anything on ESPN. So why would I pay money for ESPN?
Well, that makes
so
sense.
I'd rather put that money somewhere else, like a Netflix or something like that has, or a Hulu that has every channel or every program in the world, but you don't watch it the same day. How often do I watch live TV?
You don't.
Other than WWE, I don't watch live TV. So anyway, but that's what that's all about. Paramount is now making their way at becoming, the next Peacock network. So I find it interesting that they had a Disney movie in there. They had, where was it? It was Avengers.
Wow.
Now Disney Plus owns all of that, so that's where they would make you pay for the Disney network, because if you want to see Avengers movies, well, you got to watch the Peacock, or you got to go watch Disney. Yeah. So that's just another thing. Our world is evolving as far as entertainment, and that's what it's all about. So that's what it's all about. All right. Last one in entertainment. Bruce Springsteen returning to Broadway.
Nice.
In June.
This month.
This month. So I found that interesting. I'm not really sure what he's going to be doing there, but he was there once, and I don't know what he did there the first time, because I don't think he's going to be playing his music. I might be wrong about that. I mean, what would he do there? It says here, the Boss will headline a limited run of his show Springsteen on Broadway, which will begin June 26th at the St. James Theater. As of now, the show will close September 4th. I love doing Springsteen on Broadway, and I'm thrilled to be asked to reprise the show as part of the reopening of Broadway. How old do you think he is?
59.
He is 71.
Wow.
Okay. Turn that microphone up a little closer to your face so that we can... I know there's some people that don't want to hear your voice, and that should make you want to be louder.
No. Well, that cackle thing.
Well, I got Cadnals to take care of that. So.
Oh, jeez. No, I'm trying to look for interesting stuff.
Well, you can look with the microphone near your face. Then
no, because it's in the way.
You can put it to the side and turn it. I have a hard time hearing you, and if I have a hard time hearing you, they do too. And we need to, let's give them something to talk about. Isn't that what's her name song?
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, so I would be interested to see Springsteen on Broadway. It would be interesting, but I wouldn't want to go into the city to do all that. The only time I've gone to see shows on Broadway, I was bused there, had a room on Broadway.
You didn't pay for it.
And I didn't pay for any of it, and it was awesome. So now I'm, that's the one thing about retirement that isn't as fun, but that's okay. I will take retirement over that any day. I do like retirement, just in case anybody wonders. And for those people that said, you'll be bored being retired.
Nope, he's not bored.
You'll look for a part-time job or something. No, I'm not bored. I'm far from bored. All right. Now we got some good stuff going on.
Because I sent you something. I sent you my new pair of shoes that I want you to buy me.
Yeah, okay. All right. California assault weapons ban disrespects freedom, according to a judge. California was trying to ban the AR-15.
Right.
Well, I have an AR-15. But yet, the thing is, the problem when you ban an assault weapon like that is that the only people that have assault weapons like that will be criminals. And I really don't think it's a good idea to ban any weapon because it's what is it? Which amendment is it? Second Amendment? Okay. It says here, for more than 3 decades, California has banned certain types of semi-automatic weapons, including the AR-15 assault weapon under the assault weapons ban. Friday, a federal judge threw out the ban, ruling that it violates the Second Amendment. There you go. It's right there. The Second Amendment is about...
kind of like what I sent you on your phone. Remember that somebody sent me.
Okay. What happened? We just shut down out of...
Oh no, that's not good.
Well, I don't know if it's the recording. I mean, we're still streaming. I don't know what's going on here. Let me try this and see if it comes back. Is it going to work or not? What happened? We lost our Facebook. Is it? Well, it's still up in yours though.
Yeah.
Well, why would it be still up on yours and not up on mine? That's weird.
Who knows?
Well, at least it's up apparently. You'll have to tell me if anybody chats since
I'm watching.
Don't know what's going on here. It says here we're having problems, issues. Well, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Okay.
Is it Comcast again?
Well, if it would be all of them down.
Yeah, okay.
And it's only the one computer. I don't know why this isn't working though. I think this computer, it locked the whole computer up because also the issue appears that we might be having problems at the mix too. Oh wait, there's the mix. Let me see if it's still streaming. I think we're having a crash here with the computer.
Uh-oh.
Although it's still streaming to Florida, so we still have the mix. So for some reason that computer is unresponsive. Huh. That's really odd. Not really sure what's going on there. But it's going on there. I'll try to continue because it looks like I'm not going to be able to fix this computer right now, so hopefully it'll be working. Okay. The Second Amendment is about America's freedom. The freedom is to protect oneself, family, homeland. And it says here, Governor Gavin Newsom called the decision a direct threat to the public safety. See, I just don't see how that could be even what it is. Okay, so now we're back. Okay, now can I go back to my page? I don't know if it went down. I want to see what happens. I'm going to look here for the start of the show. Okay, there's the start of the show. And yeah, it looks like we're still up.
Okay.
Huh. Hello? Am I still there? I'm trying to see if I'm moving. Nothing else is moving. I'm not moving. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. All right, we're back, I think. All right. Need to move this over so I can see everything. All right. So, that's that. The next one. Oh, I don't need this, the wrong trackball now. Had to use it for that computer. Then we got, this is interesting. Nigerians can now be prosecuted for sending tweets. Now that, to me, is very interesting because, I mean, that's where the capital of scamdom is, that they're being told they can go to jail for sending tweets. Now, the reason is, it's really stupid. The reason is really stupid. The Nigerian government has ordered federal prosecutors to arrest and prosecute users of the Twitter app after a ban on social media company the social media company took on Friday. Nigeria's Attorney General and Minister of Justice Abu Bakr Malami, Malami, that's his name, issued a directive Saturday in a statement signed on his behalf. It says, Malami directed the Director of Public Prosecution of the Federation at the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice to swing into action in commerce in earnest. This is a lot of BS, by the way. If it doesn't make any sense to you, don't worry. You're not the only one. Anyway, the Attorney General directed the country's communications regulator, NCC, and Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy to collaborate with prosecutors to ensure a speedy prosecution of offenders without any further delay. Nigeria's Ministry of Information and Culture announced the indefinite suspension of Twitter operations in Nigeria in a statement Friday, just 2 days after the company deleted a tweet. Here's what they did. They deleted the tweet of President Muhammad Buhari that was widely perceived as offensive. So they did the same thing they did to Trump to Nigeria.
Jeez.
And they're all upset over this. Talk about getting upset over social media. Everybody that gets up, I get it. The only one that I'm really upset with, I'm still to this day upset with Facebook.
Okay.
Because they deleted my original
Right.
Facebook way back in 2014. And I'm still, if I try to log on, it'll still say, we thank you for submitting your information, and we'll let you know what we want as a resolution. They never reinstated me. So I don't get it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I had 3,000 followers at that time.
Wow.
And I wasn't I was mad, and I was promising myself I wasn't going to go back to Facebook. And here I am back on Facebook.
Yeah, because you had a lot of pictures there that you couldn't get recovered.
And I
either.
can't touch any of them. So anyway, so there we go. Nigerians, do not go on Facebook. You'll get prosecuted. Or do not go on Twitter. You'll be prosecuted. Talk about taking your ball or leave it. They're really mad that they are willing to prosecute people for using Twitter. And Twitter's been the most responsive of all the platforms.
Mm-hmm.
I've never really had a problem with Twitter, and especially when it was with Periscope, because Twitter and Periscope were pretty much the same company, and I always was able to stream to both of those.
Huh.
Whenever anybody gave me a problem, they worked fine. Oh, by the way, I had a new scammer.
Oh, no.
What's her name? Her name is Sandrine Chata. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'll bring up her profile. Chalawati. She's supposedly from Altoona.
Oh.
And the reason here's what our conversation was. As always, hello, how are you? Wait a minute. Hold on. We'll do it this way. When you hear her voice, you know it's her, and the other one is me. All right, here we go.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, we're good. How are you?
I'm doing great. What city are you from?
And then I sent her a picture of my profile because...
that's what you do.
That's what you do. And she goes...
I'm from Clayburgh, Pennsylvania. What work do you do?
It's on the pic I just sent you.
I have a photo. I want us to see each other on cam. Oh, God.
Why?
I am nurse. Are you married?
As it says on my pic I sent, I am widowed.
I'm single. Are you at work or at home?
I work mostly from home.
I am on my bed. You want to see me now?
No.
Okay.
How old are you?
26.
You were 2? LOL. Okay.
And you?
I'm in my 50s.
Okay. Main, Appel, Moi, Sol, Tel, Plat. What?
She fell into her native language.
Oh.
I did look to see what that meant. I can't remember what it means. Hold on. Let's see here. It translate. Let's see here. She was not a good scammer. She didn't even, get to. Okay, here we go. Oh shoot, went the wrong way. Translate to. Okay. Where's English? English. Where's English? There's no English. There's no English. We can't translate to English.
No hablo inglés. Oh.
Oh, man. There it is. Okay. Call me, please.
Oh, geez.
That's what it was. And I didn't bother calling her because I have no interest in dealing with a scammer.
Uh-huh.
But what she would have done is she would have showed me her, supposedly it was her, naked on her bed and stuff, and then she would try to get me to get naked in front of her on cam, and then she would say, if you don't send me
right.
$5,000 or $500 or whatever number she chooses, she would then...
That's where you green screen her.
Yeah. I should just play just a porno video of a guy jerking off. But she would say, I'm going to send it to all your friends if you don't send me this money, and they blackmail you.
Yeah, but I think, well, I was going to say, I would think some of your former flames would know what you look like, and they know that's not you.
Possibly. So anyway, I obviously didn't do it. So, I talked about this with you. I didn't talk about it to anyone else. Earlier today, if you were dealing with Facebook and Amazon and Reddit and Twitch and a lot of the internet, you weren't able to get on.
Right.
There was an outage that came from the hosting company, which it was a cloud host that, everybody now is on a cloud of some sort. They don't know it, but they are. Mm-hmm. If you do stuff on Amazon, you're doing things on the cloud. If you do things on Facebook or whatever, all these companies deal with clouds.
I like that oops key.
Yeah. Today will be remembered as the day the internet broke before swiftly being fixed again. On Tuesday morning, websites like Amazon, Reddit, Spotify, eBay, Twitch, Pinterest, and unfortunately CNET went off the air due to a major outage at a service called Fastly, where everywhere you looked there were 503 errors and people complaining that they couldn't access key services, news outlets, and demonstrating how much the internet relies on cloud computing. So as of 2:58, now it went down at 2, as of 2:58 PT...
Pacific Standard Time.
Right. Fastly's status update page noted an error saying, we're currently investigating the potential impact to performance with our CDN, Content Delivery Network services. And that includes BBC, CNN, New York Times, all offline. Twitter itself was running, although the server that hosted its emojis went down and had some odd-looking tweets. So, it's just nice. It took them an hour to get it back up and running. That's pretty good, And so, it's nice to know that. But a lot of times we think we take things for granted because we think everything's gonna work the way it should. And it doesn't always work the way it should because, if you were on at that time of night, and I've been on that time of night, and things stopped working, and I just finally gave up because sometimes I think it's Comcast, and other times, just the computer god's not wanting me to be up late at night. So, but since since I'm single and I don't have to get up at any given time, I don't want to be posting to her page. I could post to her page. That'd be funny. She'd be like, "What do you want? What do you post this on my page for?"
Oh, she'd probably try to ask for your phone number again.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, I get people asking for my phone number all the time, and they try to get you to move over to WhatsApp and all that stuff because they're scammers and they know that they can get access to you anytime they want, and I won't do it, and they get mad because I won't do it. And I said, look, if you need to get a hold of me, I'll be here.
Yep.
If I wanted to be on WhatsApp and if I wanted to be on Hangouts, I would be on Hangouts, and I'm not on either of those. So if you want to talk to me, you got to come to Facebook. Sorry.
Yep.
Not sorry. So.
Well, sometimes you're not even on there either.
So let me ask, well, yeah, sometimes I'm doing housework. I actually bought a new vacuum, and I wanted to see how it worked.
I am so proud of you.
And I used it, and I thought it did a good job, actually.
Good.
It did a pretty good job.
Good.
I mean, my carpets need to be cleaned really bad or replaced. They may need replaced now at this point, but I'm not going to replace them till Buddy's not here anymore. Because, well...
Yeah, you never know what could happen.
Well, I mean, his issues are causing me some staining issues, so I want to get new carpet after him. So when he moves out, we'll talk about it. So now, the past year, kids have been working from home. Question I have for you is, do you think they did better, worse, or the same?
Okay.
Now, you know kids that are in school, so
yes,
you have something to call on.
Yes. Okay. Well, the problem is one that went and did schooling from home, she did better than the other one.
I'm talking about
overall.
Overall, the same students.
I'm going to say they did better.
You say they do better.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Okay, let's see.
I'm
Large number of failing grades this year in Central Dauphin School. Chances are it's everywhere. I mean, think about it. You and I would have done well.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't want to pay attention if there's no one to make sure that they pay attention.
Yep.
So
I can see that.
This is Central Dauphin High School, or Central Dauphin School District. Oh, let's see what they say. We'll listen to their words.
Records reflect that. Tonight, we focus on the Mid-State's largest school district and how summer school is a new reality for many students. Michelle Drapak joins us live now. Michelle.
That's right. That's especially true for parents in the Central Dauphin School District. Several parents of 9th, 10th, and 11th graders received an email on Friday stating there's a large number of students with failing grades.
Too bad.
That email from the school district went on to say, originally, we sent out an email that we would notify parents and guardians by the end of last week.
I'd hate to get this.
Unfortunately, due to the large number of failing grades, we are going to...
If my parents got this, I don't know.
I'd be grounded.
My parents would have been upset, really upset. And my parents didn't really pay much attention to what I did at school. We didn't have notes they had to sign all the time like they do now.
Right.
We pretty much did whatever we did, and my parents got our report cards, and that's it. But in the same sense, I was an average student.
Okay.
On paper. My brother didn't care, so he was a D student. My younger brother quit school.
Wow.
And my older brother quit school. And my sister and I were the only two that graduated at the right time, because I graduated a year early even though I was an average student. I was only an average student because I didn't really like the people I was going to school with, but I really liked the idea of school. Okay. And because, well, first off, my situation was I was secluded and there were no kids around. So I never got to see anybody except if I went to school.
Okay.
Then I went to school and I found that most people didn't like me. And
Wonder why.
I probably wouldn't like me either now that I know why they didn't like me. But you know, I had no social skills. And it would be easy to dislike someone that didn't know how to react around people. So,
Makes sense.
But anyway, regardless, so this says, Dear parents, let us first preface this by saying that this email is being sent to all students, all parents, guardians of 9th, 10th, and 11th grade students. This email, however, only applies to students who may need summer school. If you know your student passed all their classes, you may stop reading now. Originally, we sent out an email stating that we would notify parents, guardians by the end of today. Unfortunately, due to the large number of failing grades, we're going to extend that contact period until Monday evening. This will give us time to thoroughly check and verify what courses, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of these people probably did not expect this email.
Nope.
And this is one school district. I would imagine that this is really like the rest of the country. There's probably some schools that have no problems. There's probably some that excelled.
But whatever happened to No Child Left Behind?
What year is this? Now it looks like all the kids are left behind, so they're at least left behind together.
Okay, I'll give you
Extend that contact period until Monday evening. This will give us the time we need to thoroughly check and verify what courses were failed and who is eligible to take summer school classes. We received no response after several calls and emails to the school district, and no parents wanted to go on camera either. The email to parents reminded parents that students must have gotten a minimum of 40% in a class to be eligible for summer school, but not every course will be offered. According to the state, Pennsylvania is receiving $4.9 billion in federal relief to help pre-K to 12th grade schools, and they must use at least 20% of the money to address learning loss and help underrepresented students. Meanwhile, should parents have the option to have their children repeat a year of school? That's what one new bill calls for, to help kids who struggled with a year of COVID learning. Right now, that decision lies in the hands of only teachers and schools. Senate Bill 664 would change that, at least temporarily. This would only apply to this upcoming school year, and it was amended slightly in the House Education Committee, so the House needs to pass it and then send it back to the Senate. We're told that could happen this week. But there is a tight window. The bill says parents need to decide whether to have their kids repeat a year by July 15th.
Well, there you go.
Ashton was a high-level athlete. She was even at 5, and in an instant,
like to work at home.
Right.
And if there are children who are not disciplined enough to do that,
That's right.
I could see this happening.
Oh, yeah.
They'd rather be outside playing, or maybe they have younger brothers and sisters that are being annoying.
Or distractions. I mean, chances are that they could say the parents went to work and let the oldest son or daughter or whatever, the oldest child, to have to deal with the rest of the kids,
right?
Or whatever reason. It's if there's no parental person in charge,
supervision,
and even if there was, like, my parents wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, mine wouldn't either.
If we were set in that situation, my parents would be horrible at trying to fix us because they wouldn't know. They're not educators.
Right.
And they don't know if I'm doing the right thing, or they don't know if I'm playing a game on the computer or whatever. So, I kind of feel bad in a way, but it's good that they got to graduate this year. The ones that graduated, yes. I would have hated to be in 2020, man. To think that you work all those years, then you never get to have a graduation ceremony. That sucked. At least this year they got to have the ceremony. The problem is nobody went to it because they were all failing. So they could have do that. That's what they'll do. Let's bring the 2020 people back and let's have the graduation for them. So
that sounds like.
And then the 3 or 4 that graduated this year can join them. So
actually, I know a few young men, and I'm going to call them young kids. Well, they're not really kids, but some young ladies and gentlemen, that's what I was looking for, have graduated, and they still couldn't have the big graduation parties or anything, but the parents did something special for them, and
I didn't say anything about
what?
American Ninja.
No, not yet.
Well, that would have been last segment. That's why. Okay. Huh. Well, I do want to talk about that. Let's talk about that. So, American Ninja Warriors allowing 15-year-olds on up.
Yes.
And those 15-year-olds are kicking ass.
Good.
They are just blowing people away. In fact, last week's, not yesterday's, last week's, which you did see?
No.
Oh, my gosh.
I haven't been home.
Well, you need to get your
I have to
act
figure
together.
out how to get the damn thing working.
You got to watch it at your boyfriend's or stuff or something. Or get it on your phone or something. You can't, you're missing out.
I know.
And it's weird because these kids.
I don't know how to do it on my home TV. That's why I said you're going to have to come down and show me.
Well, I don't know if that's on the Peacock network. I think that it is part of their network. I think I got to check to see. I think I have it commercial free because I subscribe to the Peacock. I have to look at that. Anyway.
I don't know what I have and what I don't
What I
have.
want to do is talk about these 15-year-olds because they're really doing well, actually, and I can't even talk about who won because you haven't watched it yet.
Here,
oh, this is horrible.
This.
No,
now you can talk about it because
I'll wait till
listen.
next week because you gotta have to watch it. You got to. I just don't. You're dragging the show down. You're destroying the show because you don't.
You're really going to go there. I've got plans this weekend, so I won't be able to binge watch it this weekend.
Oh, what are you doing this weekend?
Well, I have a TikTok themed birthday party on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. Whatever that means.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That means you got to have. Did you ever see Flava Flav?
No.
He wears a big clock on his chest. That's what you're supposed to do at a TikTok when you're going to wear a big clock.
Really? No. And then Saturday, I'm going to go help some friends get their house organized. And
wow.
Yep.
Wow. Look at you.
Uh-huh.
Wow. That's cool.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, I'm going to go to the beach then.
Fuck you. Don't you dare.
Oh, man.
Oh, you would too. I know
I would.
that.
Yeah, I would.
And I've been asking to go to the beach for how long?
I don't know. I never heard
At
you.
least a month.
Never heard you say anything about
Oh, bullshit.
it. I never heard anything.
Uh-huh. I just post on your page, hey, Mike, I want to go to the beach. Let's go. Road trip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, because you can't read.
Anyway, all right, we'll talk about it next week. Hopefully, we'll get to talk about it before the season's over.
I will try to
because
binge watch
there's
it
no next week. There's none on next week. So you have a week. You have 2 weeks.
Okay.
2 weeks to prepare.
I will do my best to get caught up.
All right. Anyway, it's kind of cool to watch these kids though. They're just amazing, and I will tell you that someone got the $10,000.
Was it a kid?
No.
Was it one of my favorites?
I don't. Probably.
Okay. That's
But
all I
it's
need to know.
One of my favorites. That's all that matters.
Okay.
So.
Well, I know you only have. Well, I know you like a lot of them.
I
but
do
there's
like-
only one that you have as a favorite.
Well, there's a lot that I like. A lot that are in my favorites.
Okay.
I like.
Male
a
or
lot.
female?
Yes. They are.
Seriously.
They're one or the other. Yes.
You prick.
I can tell you it's one of the following. How about this?
Okay.
All right. I shouldn't have started this because now I got to come up with the names of other people that. Oh, there's a father and daughter team that was in this week.
Nice.
Yes, the daughter was one of the 16 or 17-year-olds.
Okay.
And her dad. That was cool. They were both They both ran this week.
Okay.
That was fun. Okay. I can't remember the last names. I can't do it because I can't do that on the fly because I would have to make up 4 names. Let me think about it, and I'll by the end of the show, I might be able to give
25 minutes.
Yeah, I got time. Okay. Well, this is a local story. More than 400 animals removed from a central PA property owner as he faces 2,000 cruelty and other counts. That was sad. I mean, I realized this happened up here in this area when I moved up here, that this one lady, well, these two ladies, ended up having like a couple hundred dogs or something that they rescued. And it got too big for them. And they ended up being fined and all this stuff, and the dogs were taken away from them. And all they were trying to do was be a better person by adopting these and trying to get rid of them. They were, there were people trying to place them in homes. Well, this is another situation that's probably like this. Barry Orndorff, 64, of South Bank Road, Southampton Township, was released late Friday, releasing after posting $5,000 bail. I feel bad for the guy because it just really sucks. Because I'm sure he wasn't doing it out of
maliciously.
Yeah. But the birds, he had a lot of birds. They were cramped in cages, presumably waiting for shipments to buyers, but they had no water, no food, and a lot of things. It just was. I feel bad for them because I don't think they did it out of being malicious. They did it out of it just being too much, and they
can't say no.
They messed up. So I'm sad about that because I love my dog. I mean, I love my dog more than any dog that I've ever had, because he was there in my time of need, and I'm just I don't know what I'm going to do when he's not here anymore. So I feel for them because nothing you can do about it. I mean, if it got the best of them, and they didn't do it to, as far as I could tell, didn't do it for trying, like they weren't a puppy mill, and they weren't. Why won't this let me do this? All right. Well, that's weird. Won't let me post it. Wonder if I already posted it. Let's try that. Let's see. Did I already post it? Yeah, I did. Huh. Well, that's weird. I don't remember posting it, but okay. Let's see if we post this one already. Well, I guess sometimes people will tell me, "Oh, you posted that twice. Why did you post that twice?" Because
sometimes
I'm busy. Because I'm busy and I don't realize that I posted it already. Anyway, so that makes me feel kind of sad because I love animals and all that. My sister, did you look at any of those pictures I sent you, or did I send them to you?
You didn't
I didn't send them to you. Darn, I thought I was going to send it to you.
No.
I didn't realize I didn't send it to you yet. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's your favorite roller coaster ride.
No, thank
Brunswick woman dies after being found unresponsive on a roller coaster in Indiana. 47-year-old Medina County native was taken to a Jasper hospital after she was found unresponsive when her Voyage roller coaster returned to the station. Whew.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I think that would be, it scares me because I remember when I stopped Pam from doing roller coasters when we found out that it could cause problems, brain injuries and stuff with all the things she had, and she didn't want to do it, but because I asked her not to do any more roller coasters, and I went on a roller coaster with her because she wanted me to go on a roller coaster, and I hated it. I was glad when I told her she can't do any more roller coasters because then I didn't have to do any more.
Yeah, but you did one after that.
No, that's the one I did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait. Oh, I did do one after that,
yes, you did.
But anyway, the amusement park posted on Facebook around midnight Friday that the woman was unresponsive when the Voyage roller coaster returned to the station that evening. Medics arrived minutes later and administered first aid before the woman was taken to the Jasper Hospital, where she was later
released?
No.
Oh.
Pronounced dead.
Oh, expired.
Yes. So it's a shame, but I mean, I guess these things happen, and sometimes it happens for no reason.
Really?
So that one goes 67 miles an hour, and it takes riders for 5 underground tunnels
I will
and stuff.
keep both feet on the ground.
I'll tell you one where you would go on one.
Where?
Disney.
Really?
Disney is. I got to tell you, Disney is. you want to go to the Disney, I can't remember what it's called. It's it's their animal one.
Animal Kingdom?
Yeah. That one is cool. It's not too violent, but it's kind of funny and kind of scary because these prehistoric animals attack you. But it's on a roller coaster. It's kind of cool. I like that one. So if I liked it, you might like it.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, that kind of stuff. It happens, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. So, and she probably had medical issues prior to that.
And even though the signs are posted, if you have medical issues, they do it anyway.
And maybe she didn't know she had that. Maybe she had a heart issue that she didn't know about. It's hard to say. Oh, does it say? Let's see if it says. They have a GoFundMe to bring her body back to Ohio because she was in Indiana. See if it says. It doesn't really say, does it? Huh. I don't know. It doesn't say. But, the thing is, those kind of things happen. There's nothing anybody can do about it. When your time's up,
yeah,
your time's up.
That's true.
Okay, here's one that I found interesting. Fisher Price recalled.
Wow.
Fisher Price baby soother. I don't know what that is. And gliders recalled with
it's kind of
4
like
infant deaths.
I almost want to say it's a swing that is.
Let's see if there's a picture of it here.
Goes back and forth, I think.
No pictures. All right, we could look it up. Let's see, what's it called? It's called the Baby Soothers and Gliders. See if they have a picture that we can look at.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought it was.
I guess I should have put Fisher Price.
It's almost like a bouncy
Here we go.
seat.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah, bouncy seat.
Well, what in the world would cause a death?
Shaking the baby too fast?
You think? I guess. I mean, I never would have thought of that. Oops. Yeah. That's odd. Yeah, I would have never thought about that.
Does it say what caused it? Oh.
That's not it. Oops.
Yeah, it bounced him around because it says the infants were reportedly left on their backs, unrestrained, and later found on their stomachs.
Huh. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
That's going to be an expensive toy.
Yeah, because if the baby's like in the soother and supposed to be on their back, if they're rolling over, they shouldn't be in this anyway because they're mobile.
Okay.
So how they got from their back to the stomach in this thing, you don't know.
Maybe they bounced.
Yeah.
And they flipped. That's
like a trampoline.
Yeah, that's it. That's but what a shame. You don't expect that. Just kind of a shame. Then we got. Oh man, this time flies too quick. Oh man. All right, I'm going to be picky at what I choose to. Let's see here. I'll skip that. Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to check on this when I go to the doctor next.
Oh.
FDA approves new weight loss drug, first since 2014. The drug's called Wegovy, and it's under an injection.
Okay.
And this is interesting to me because last time was Redux. I remember Redux that I got, and that was supposed to help you lose weight too. Of course, it didn't work for me, but I didn't know there was one in 2014. But Redux was around 2000 or somewhere around there. What in the world is that?
What? The Ovas is Disney characters.
Oh, who's Ova? Oh, Ova. Okay.
Ova. Yeah.
I know him. All right. One of these days I'll have to take a trip up there. I want to see those guys again. See what I want to see
Now,
Ova.
I could tell you something that I think has helped me in the last 3 weeks. Because I thought about this when I was at work today.
I don't know which way you're going. I don't know if you're going with this or if you're going with what I was saying about that.
That
okay.
or not
All right.
that.
All right. All right. Go.
The last 3 weeks, I got to thinking about what I had for lunch.
Okay.
When I'm at work.
Okay.
And I've realized that 75% of the time, I've always gotten a small order of French fries with vinegar.
Okay.
And I love my vinegar on French fries.
Okay.
And I'm thinking that because I put all the vinegar on the French fries, that has helped me lose the 7 pounds in 3 weeks that I've lost.
Vinegar?
Vinegar.
All right. Well, I don't know.
Because I do see things, I've read things on the internet that says, like, I forget how much it is of apple cider vinegar will help you lose weight.
I don't know.
I don't know that I could do that, but...
This says the FDA approved on Friday a weight loss drug for overweight and obese adults, making the first authorization since 2014. The drug, Wegovy, is under the skin injection, meant to be used in addition to reduced calorie diet and increased physical activity. Today, approval offers adults with obesity or overweight a beneficial new treatment option to incorporate into weight management program. It says here, the FDA remains committed to facilitating the development and approval of additional safe and effective therapies for adults with obesity or overweight. The drug works by mimicking the glucagon like peptide 1 hormone, which targets areas of the brain which help regulate appetite and food intake. The FDA warned that it should not be used in combination with other semi-glutide containing products. Other GLP-1 receptor antagonists and other weight loss products, including herbal products or over-the-counter drugs or prescription drugs. So the dosage is meant to be increased gradually over 16 to 20 weeks to 2.4 milligrams once weekly to reduce gastrointestinal side effects. The approval comes after 68-week successful trials, which involved over 2,600 patients. In step one, the patients with obesity who did not have diabetes saw an average weight loss of 15% compared to a 2.4% among the placebo group.
That was a once-a-week injection?
Once-a-week injection.
I would do that.
In step two, the participants were obese and had diabetes, had an average weight loss of 6.2% more than other people on the placebo. The most common side effects are nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, abdominal pain, headache, fatigue, indigestion, dizziness, gas, gastronitis, hypoglycemia.
Hypoglycemia.
Yeah, that too. And type 2 diabetes and others. And so approximately 70% of adults, American adults, are obese, by the way, in case you were wondering. But anyway, I'm thinking of looking into that. So I might talk to, I'm going to talk to my doctor about it when I'm in next time. I'm in July again. So interesting idea. Very, very good thing to know. So I got to figure out what's more important. Things I wanted, there's some things I wanted to talk about, but we're running out of time, and I don't know if I can hold it for next week. Damn, I didn't realize I had so much stuff. Some of this stuff is really good. This is interesting. I highlighted so I know I wanted to talk about it. A mother of a teenage murder suspect is accused of scrubbing her son's bloody jeans.
Ugh.
And this is now this is one that I was actually going to talk about because there are a lot of articles out there about this kid. He apparently killed. He's 14. He killed a girl that was 12, I think, if I remember correctly. 14. Killed 13-year-old. Okay. The mother of a Florida teenager accused of carrying out a brutal stabbing last month was charged with tampering with evidence on Saturday for allegedly washing a pair of bloody jeans her son had worn. Crystal Smith, 35, was booked at St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, and this is, of course, Florida. And her son was 14-year-old Aiden Fauci. He was charged as an adult with first-degree murder for the fatal stabbing of 13-year-old Tristan Bailey. Tristan Bailey, this girl is Tristan Bailey.
Oh, my goodness.
And she was just freaking 13 years old. Tristan had been reported missing. Video surveillance from the home shows that after the teen left with deputies, Smith went to her son's bedroom, retrieved what appeared to be a pair of jeans, took them to the bathroom, and appeared to scrub them in the sink. Later, during the interview, the Fauci's parents asked him about anything that would be on his clothes from the night before. Smith asked AF. What's AF? Smith asked, Alden Fauci, if he was sure there was nothing on them. He said, I think so. Why? Smith could be observing Fauci a questioning look and whispered blood. The jeans were located during the search of the home, tested positive for the presence of blood. The drain in the sink where Smith was seen scrubbing the jeans was also tested positive for the presence of blood. Crystal Smith will be held responsible in her role in this case, and justice will be served for Justin Bailey. So what happened was this kid was obsessed by this girl, and she didn't want anything to do with her, with him, and she was a cheerleader and all that stuff, and she posted. Wait a minute. Yeah, she was a cheerleader. And when he was arrested, he posted a selfie of her from the back of the squad car. I mean, this kid's really messed up. And I think he's going to have some serious issues in the future. I think they're trying him as an adult, so, I mean, chances are he's going to go to jail for a long time. Wow. But he's 14. When I was 14, I wasn't thinking of killing people. I mean, I don't get it, because, I mean, today, it's like people, they don't care. They just do what they want. I don't know. It saddens me, because that girl is not going to ever have a chance to enjoy life. She's dead. But he probably has no bad feelings about it. He's probably, And this one's just as bad. A man ran over a Muslim family with his truck because of their religion. I don't care what your religion is. You could worship the devil. I don't really care what your religion is. I'm not going to run over you with my car. I don't want to dent my car. These people are nuts out there. I just don't get it. How could you hate a person that you never met just because you feel like you're doing a favor because they're a certain religion or a different color or whatever it is? Maybe they're transgender. Whatever it is, how could you kill someone? Just ignore them if you don't like them. That's what I say. I do that every day. I ignore everybody.
Except me.
Especially you yesterday. I was vacuuming. You know how much? No, I don't even want to tell you how many times it took me to empty that too.
Oh, I can probably guess.
It had been done regularly for a while, but I got a dog that sheds. Anyway.
And let me guess, it's between 1 and 100.
Yes, it is.
I told you. I could guess.
All right. I don't know. Should I go to the? I guess I got to go to the end because we're near the end.
Yeah.
Aptera. I got to show you this because it just really excited me. I got an email today about Aptera.
Okay.
Here comes the Soul, introducing Aptera's second solar electric vehicle. So this is number 2 of the ones that they've made. Okay, only 2. They've only made 2, and this one is really, really cool. Now this is on YouTube, so I'm going to get in trouble for this, but it's worth it. I'll keep the music down, and maybe I won't. So it shows this woman just being a busy person. She goes out to her Aptera and smiles. She gets in her car and takes off. I'm telling you, that car, it's going to rock. I'm going to enjoy my car. There's storage. There's all kinds of room in there. But wait till you see what she does with it. You're going to like this. She's going to the beach. She has a surfboard in the back.
Okay.
And she's cruising. Now, keep in mind, the Aptera has solar panels on it.
Is she going to fold it into a briefcase?
No. Watch this. This is awesome. They go to the beach. They have a good time at the beach. Oh, it's time to leave the beach now. Now she goes to her place. Check this out. This is awesome. This tells me, it makes me want to do what she's going to do. It's so exciting because here's this woman just going out having fun and cruising around in her car. And you know, when I got my Prius, everyone pulled me over and asked me about the Prius.
Right.
And then when I got the second Prius, everyone always did that. When I got the Tesla, people were still talking to me about Tesla. But look what she did. Did you see
She
it?
made a campering.
They had a camper. They have a camper. One of the options is a camper option.
But you wouldn't do that. You don't.
I would do it I'd go to the beach and put the camper up and look and aim it towards the beach. I wouldn't sleep there, probably. But I like the idea of the camper. See,
But if
it
you
has
fell asleep, you wouldn't complain.
well, I mean, I like to sleep. But I think it's kind of cool. Let me see if I can get a better shot of it. There it is. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Well, there is a van that has that out now.
Well, does it have solar panels?
No.
Then I probably wouldn't like it. But I think it's kind of cool. But yeah, I did order the option, I think, of this. But it's kind of cool. I kind of like it.
Cool.
But,
That will be fun on the beach.
Yeah, it's fun.
Then we can get changed there.
I like your little changing booth that you got there.
Well, thank you.
I need it for Saturday because I'm going to go down to the beach Saturday
No, you're not.
by myself.
No, you're not.
You don't know that. What if I do?
Fine. You wouldn't, because you wouldn't want to drive by yourself.
I've driven by myself. I've driven to the beach by myself. So, anyway.
You'd have one very disappointed best friend.
Well, she's always busy.
You'll just have to schedule time with her.
I can't. I'm a busy guy. I do things on the spur of the moment. I don't schedule anything. Anyway, I just think this is this car is an affordable car. It starts at $25,000.
Oh, cool.
The one I'm going to get is going to be probably around $45,000 with all the options because I want the options. I like the idea of the different things it can do. I'm not a big camper guy, but I would use the camper for that type of thing where I could sit back and look at the beach and but I don't know that I'd stay at the beach. I would want to just lay there and watch the sunset and all that fun stuff. And the fun thing about it is I would be able to get to the beach and back without charging. To me, that's really exciting, is that it would be really cool to be able to do that.
Right.
So
that would be cool.
Because I did it in the Prius.
Yeah.
There were times. I mean, I'd have to be real careful that if I did it right, I would be able to do that. But, yeah, that's one thing I do miss about my current car is that I can't do that now. So, I don't know. Just kind of reminiscing on back in the old days. Used to be able to do things that I can't do right now. But that's going to change.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided I'm going to get the upgrade for the car too.
Okay.
Because I've decided I don't know if I told you this or not. Here's
You
how I'm
said
going
you were going to buy your lease out because you can sell the Tesla for more with all the upgrades.
and with the fact that there's a part shortage.
Right.
And then I could get my new one as soon as it comes out.
Okay.
So, kind of cool. So, it'd be kind of fun to do that. I read this. What have I always said the biggest problem with EVs are?
Charging stations.
That is kind of what I said. Is that if you don't own a Tesla,
right,
your charge times are going to take more. Well, some brilliant guy put out an article that says automakers face a threat to EV sales: slow charging times. The threat is slow charging times. What have I been saying since day one? Slow charging times. Why would you buy a Mustang or someone other than Tesla? Because we have the fastest charger. And that's what the article is talking about. The fear of running out of juice between point A and point B. If you, want to get your car and you want to make sure it's charged at a reasonable time, you're going to have to use a fast charger. Who has the fastest charger?
Tesla.
So, is that the one I just did?
Yes.
Oh, I thought so. So it's just funny how that's just now coming to certain people's attention, and they should really, if the other one ends up being the same speed, you still have more Tesla chargers than ever, all other chargers combined. Now, that may not always be the case, but in 2021, it is the case right now.
Okay.
And you have a choice between, if you have a choice between spending 15 minutes at a charger and getting 180 miles, or spending a couple hours to get 180 miles.
15 minutes sounds better.
Yeah, and eventually the faster charger, the 250 kilowatt charger, as soon as there are more of those, you'll get to charge your whole car 100% in 15 minutes.
Cool.
So, all right, I guess it's time to go. I've talked too much. You talk too much. That was a good song by Thorogood. Anyway, I hate to leave with this much stuff left. Wow. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next week, and have a good week and weekend, and hope you are enjoying the hot weather. At least it's hot here. I got my air conditioning working again for now, but we'll see how long that lasts. I should have the guy out here Wednesday or Thursday, so hopefully he can fix it. But it's running right now, so
well, that's good. We'll
be happy as long as it keeps running. So until next week, we got to hit the right button. Let's hear it this time. Okay. Oh, come on. That didn't work either. Darn it. I hate when that doesn't work. Okay. Try it again. See you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.